Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, seal and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on dgsninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my chalk bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slab Chalks.
Here at Stage 4 Designs, we are all about innovation and athlete safety. We've been doing this since 2015, designing the most innovative obstacles in the sport, and now with our partnership with the World Ninja League, we are very excited to bring some of our best designs to the highest level athletes in the world. For our process, it all kind of starts right here in our digital design. There's a much more deliberate process now in what we do, with our goal being the utmost in athlete safety. So we put everything into our digital design first, make sure it's all going to work, then we procure the parts. We learned the process and refined it to what we feel are some of the highest quality urethane products you're going to find in the Ninja space, and that all happens here at our custom-built workbench. A lot goes into our urethane, and we are very proud of the work that we do there. Everything that we build here at Stage 4 is all custom made in-house. It's not like we have a stock of a bunch of stuff. So when you do place an order with us, that order comes through and we basically build everything from scratch. Paint department is scalable. We basically hand paint most things, but some things that require a little bit more spray or bigger, we're capable of that as well. These athletes put these obstacles through some of the most rigorous circumstances that you can think of, and we want to try to plan for every contingency. We never want an obstacle to break on anybody. We always want our stuff to feel solid and not move around a whole lot, so that the athletes can trust their skills to throw the biggest moves that they possibly can on anything that we put out there. Our CNC machine handles all of most of our flat goods. It's the workhorse around here. It actually does a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of cutting things out. We don't do any of our flat goods by hand. We make sure that everything is exactly the same and replicable, so that, you know, if you're doing courses or you have athletes that are going either head to head or the same obstacle that you're going to find at one Ninja gym is going to feel exactly the same if you go to another Ninja gym or your home for that matter, so that there's consistency with all of our product. Over the years, as we've added to our suite of products that we offer, we realized that pipe and metalworking is becoming more and more commonplace in Ninja obstacles, and to meet that demand, we've added the ability to do that here as well. So a lot of the obstacles that you'll see that we design and develop are meant to go on truss, and pipes are a big part of that. So we've added a pipe bending station here, and look for, in the future, us to offer a lot more innovative obstacles that kind of exist in that space where pipes are a big part of it. So here, everything that we put out is tested by real ninjas before it goes out. We want to make sure that our obstacles can stand all sorts of unforeseen circumstances. We know that Ninja athletes move in ways that are innovative and new, and we want to try to account for as many of those as we can and make sure that those obstacles hold up. So we test everything. Over the last 10 years, Stage 4 Designs has been committed to developing the most innovative obstacles that you're going to find, but also the safest and most reliable obstacles. Our motto here is elevating obstacles. We do feel that on this platform, we can take something that's both fun and creative, but also elevate it to an industry that deserves to stand on its own.
Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, CO and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on dgsninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my truck bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Here at Stage 4 Designs, we are all about innovation and athlete safety. We've been doing this since 2015, designing the most innovative obstacles in the sport, and now with our partnership with the World Ninja League, we are very excited to bring some of our best designs to the highest level athletes in the world. For our process, it all kind of starts right here in our digital design. There's a much more deliberate process now in what we do, with our goal being the utmost in athlete safety. So we put everything into our digital design first, make sure it's all going to work, then we procure the parts. We learned the process and refined it to what we feel are some of the highest quality urethane products you're going to find in the Ninja space, and that all happens here at our custom-built workbench. A lot goes into our urethane, and we are very proud of the work that we do there. Everything that we build here at Stage 4 is all custom made in-house. It's not like we have a stock of a bunch of stuff. So when you do place an order with us, that order comes through and we basically build everything from scratch. Paint department is scalable. We basically hand paint most things, but some things that require a little bit more spray or bigger, we're capable of that as well. These athletes put these obstacles through some of the most rigorous circumstances that you can think of, and we want to try to plan for every contingency. We never want an obstacle to break on anybody. We always want our stuff to feel solid and not move around a whole lot, so that the athletes can trust their skills to throw the biggest moves that they possibly can on anything that we put out there. Our CNC machine handles all of most of our flat goods. It's the workhorse around here. It actually does a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of cutting things out. We don't do any of our flat goods by hand. We make sure that everything is exactly the same and replicable, so that, you know, if you're doing courses or you have athletes that are going either head to head or the same obstacle that you're going to find at one Ninja gym is going to feel exactly the same if you go to another Ninja gym or your home for that matter, so that there's consistency with all of our product. Over the years, as we've added to our suite of products that we offer, we've realized that pipe and metalworking is becoming more and more commonplace in Ninja obstacles, and to meet that demand, we've added the ability to do that here as well. So a lot of the obstacles that you'll see that we design and develop are meant to go on truss, and pipes are a big part of that. So we've added a pipe bending station here, and look for, in the future, us to offer a lot more innovative obstacles that kind of exist in that space where pipes are a big part of it. So here, everything that we put out is tested by real ninjas before it goes out. We want to make sure that our obstacles can stand all sorts of unforeseen circumstances. We know that Ninja athletes move in ways that are innovative and new, and we want to try to account for as many of those as we can and make sure that those obstacles hold up. So we test everything. Over the last 10 years, Stage 4 Designs has been committed to developing the most innovative obstacles that you're going to find, but also the safest and most reliable obstacles. Our motto here is elevating obstacles. We do feel that on this platform, we can take something that's both fun and creative, but also elevate it to an industry that deserves to stand on its own.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the WNL Premier Series Season 4 Qualifier out here at Vitality Obstacle Fitness in Fall River, Massachusetts. Special thanks to our two course designers, Jordan Thurston and Addie Herman, for putting together this incredible competition that we've got going on for the next weekend, and I cannot wait to see what our mature kids division have to offer for the Vitality Premier Series. Hello, everybody. My name is Billy Dixon. I am joined alongside Sam Burns out here on the commentary out here today. Sam, how are we feeling? We're in Vitality today, one of the biggest gyms in the entirety of the US. We've got 27 mature kid athletes here today. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling great. I love seeing a big lineup like this, knowing that we are going to get so much ninja action today. I know earlier with the kids division that yourself and Kane were doing earlier, that one, there was a big turnout for that one, and I got to watch a lot of it. So this course, definitely very tough, both the placement course and the challenge course. I can't wait to see what the mature kids are going to get up to.
I cannot wait either. So before we get on with our runners, let's see what these athletes are going to be up against and how they got here in the first place. So, we have taken the top 25% of all athletes from the World Championships as well as their seasonal standings within their region, and every single athlete that fits those credentials have gotten an invite to the Premier Series. So that means that they can compete in any of the 14 qualifiers that we've got going along. We're in Vitality now, so that's the 7th out of the 14th. In terms of the courses that we're running, we have the placement course and the challenge course. We have the placement course where if you fall, your run is over, simple as that, and it seeds the run order for the challenge course. So if you get first place on the placement course, you're going last on the challenge course. And on the challenge course, every single athlete gets 2 retries available, but you can only utilize a retry once on an obstacle, meaning you can't retry an obstacle twice. And every athlete is going to run both courses, and the top 4 athletes on the challenge course are ultimately going to be getting an invite to the Premier Series finals for season 4 on November 20th through to the 22nd at Ascend Obstacle Training in Marlborough, Massachusetts. Now, I guarantee you that every single person that qualifies via this Vitality competition will be going to the Ascend comp because it is literally in the same state. So Massachusetts in Vitality out here where we are right now, as well as the finals location, which is in Marlborough, Massachusetts. It's going to be absolutely mental. These are the competitions that we have this season. We're at Vitality Obstacle Fitness at the moment. 2 weeks from now, we'll be going to our next location, which is True Function Ninja Training Ground in the UK. Then we go to Life Force Ninja in Washington the week after, Dexterity Depot in Pennsylvania, District 44 in France, Albany Ninja Lab in New York, FitSet Ninja in Canada, M-Lab in Ohio, and then it's the Ascend Obstacle Training Finals just under a month after M-Lab, and it's going to go absolutely insane. But today, for our competition out here at Vitality, we have got 2 courses, of course, the placement course and the challenge course, and we have a lot of great runs still to come after the Mature Kids division. We've started it now, and then the preteen division is going to happen in a couple of hours, so hoping to start around 4:45 p.m. Eastern time. And then tomorrow we have the amateurs, teens, and elites. The amateurs will be coming in at 9 a.m. Eastern time, the teens 1 p.m. and elites 5 p.m. It's going to go absolutely insane. And for our courses today, we have 10 obstacles on the placement course and 11 on the challenge course. It's been a very difficult outcome, but it looks like we have 9 now, actually, on the placement course. Looks like things have been a little bit switched up now.
It looks like Sonic Boom was taken out from earlier, based on what I'm seeing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like that's been taken out. So it might be just like a quick turnaround point. We're going to have to see very soon. But regardless, we have a lot of great representation from many different teams. We've seen people from Team Vitality, the Strive Ninja Fitness team that's come out. We've had the Ascend Obstacle Training team as well come out since they don't have a qualifier at their gym. We've had some people out of like Connecticut as well, with people coming out of Ninja Mania and such. And I'm excited to see who is also going to come from different states and different gyms to compete at this competition here today.
No kidding. And that's what you love, is how many competitors there are showing up today. That just adds to that pressure. The goal is to earn your shot at the Premier Series finals, and it is not going to be an easy task. With only the top 4 moving on, there are going to be a lot of people fighting for those spots. So these mature kids are going to have to be on their A game, and I would be nervous right now. But I think once they get on the course, those nerves, hopefully they shake off and they can just put together some good runs and, most importantly, have fun with it.
Yeah, I think fun and just staying calm throughout all of it is going to be the biggest factor between you going through further onto a course than you would want to, and if you fail earlier than you want to. So regardless of how you do out here. It's going to be a very, very big factor to try your best throughout every single obstacle that you do in the allotted time limits. I think for the kids divisions, at least, when it was the placement course, we had 75 seconds on the clock, and for the challenge course, we had 4 minutes. So it's quite a diverse stance in terms of run orders and everything, and when it comes down to time limits and blah blah blah. But in regardless, we have 10 females and 17 males out here, so both of these divisions going to be hard at work to try and cement the top 4 spots out here. Less than half of each division are going to be able to go through. Out here we have our look at the mature kid female division. Our first competitor is going to be Charlotte Ziria out here, coming out of Shrewsbury in Massachusetts out here. Yeah, she's from New Hampshire, loves wearing fun socks, attended a Ninja Open gym at age 4, never looked back. She's made finals every single year since she was 6 years old, loves playing basketball. Doctors think she'll grow up to be 6'5". Wow. Kind of insane that. Loves exploring outside, climbing trees, or riding a scooter, skateboard, or bike. Very active, is an animal lover as well, has 2 puppies. Shout outs to Nova and Stella out there. I'm also looking at the run order. We have some big names coming through, one of which is a Canadian representative out here today. It's going to be Justine B. Samad out here. She's competed a bunch throughout Premier Series in the past, and hopefully hoping to make a very, very good impression out here for the first ever Vitality Premier Series comp coming out of Iberville, Quebec. We had another Canadian athlete come on through in the kids division earlier, so hopefully we get some more international action popping along through this competition today.
I'm looking forward to Riley Toronto there at the end, our caboose for this placement course right now. Taking a look at some of her ninja accomplishments: 2-time World Ninja League Worlds finalist in 2023 and 2024, 3rd place 2024 Premier Series in New England, 2024 Premier Series finalist, 2-time World Ninja League All-Star, and she says she's going to the Premier Series this year. Obviously, she's already here. The question is, can she make it to the Premier Finals? Premier Series Season 4 Finals, that's the goal. And when you're the final runner in the placement course, you know exactly what you need to do to earn a later spot in the challenge course. So hopefully Riley can really study the competition, put together a solid run, and give herself a strong shot to continue with her ninja success.
I absolutely hope that can happen out here. We've got a very strong female field all ready to go. They're all going to be going first on the placement course once we get over to it. On the male side of things, I'm noticing a lot of names, though. However, a couple of which are Derek Saraceno out here, who I recognize a lot. He's been doing so much ninja. He has been training at Ninja Mania for a long time. He qualified for the Premier Series last year as well, did very well there, coming out of Middlefield, Connecticut. I also recognize Braden Powers out here, who's going to be 5th up on the male side of the placement course once we get over to that point. 4'11" in both height and wingspan right there. I'm also noticing Leo Bronov. He's a massive name out here in the younger generation of ninja athletes out here. He's out here. Favorite country is France. He was born on Cape Cod in Massachusetts. His home gym is Forte Ninjas. Shout outs to the 2 best coaches, Alex and Autumn. He loves doing ninja in the school playground. I'm sure that's how we all started out there. I remember to get told off all the time when I was doing like the cliffhangers on the edges of the school ceiling. So that was kind of insane. But regardless, Leo Bronov out here, getting ready to go representing Forte. PJ Ticey is out here as well. One of the most experienced ninjas out here in the mature kids division. He's been doing ninja since 2015. Which is absolutely insane. So that was literally since he was like 1, I think now.
That's a little scary.
It is quite scary as well, to be fair. I first found ninja in 2015, and I was like 7 or 8 years old. That's kind of insane, that. And then another person I recognize down here is Shane Young, coming along through here out of Wayne, New Jersey. He loves ninja because he's made a lot of friends, and he gets to see them at competitions a lot. He likes Lachey's. His max is 11 feet. He likes to play video games with his mates. Shout out to his mum and dad. He loves them both very, very much. It's going to be very exciting to see how every single one of these guys is able to pull on through. I genuinely cannot call it. I think anyone can take this home. There's a million people who could probably get this spot right here for the top 4 spot for the Premier Series finals. But I like the fact that we're whittling it down even further, because we've taken the top 25% of all athletes in the WNL, and now we're whittling them down even further to really make sure we have the best of the best moving along due to the Premier Series finals, which I think is an incredible way to do things.
No kidding. I mean, these ninjas, they've been training, they've been preparing for these moments, and we brought up the home field advantage here. When you have this Vitality Gym right here in the same state as where we're going to be doing the Premier Series finals, that gives them a little bit of an advantage. So like you said, whoever takes those spots here, they're definitely going to be able to make it out at the end of November. So that just adds to the pressure, because these kids, they know that they have a great shot at performing well later on. They don't have to travel as far. That can always be a factor. So I can't wait to see what they all come up with. And I know eventually we'll be getting to the demo run. It does look like the Sonic Boom is still in. It's just being categorized as part of the previous obstacle. So
Okay.
there is going to be a lot of exciting action going on. We're going to start with the females and to get their entire placement order sorted out. And the placement course is always so much fun to me. It's my, obviously the challenge course is what it really comes down to. But that placement course, you are really focused on speed, because there's going to be some buzzers and you want to get to that buzzer quickly. But because of that, because there's so much speed going on, you have so much potential to make a tiny little mistake, and one mistake is all that it takes on the placement course. There's no forgiveness on the placement course. You fall, it is over for you. You'll still get a shot at the challenge course, but I really do think that there is a lot of value in going later on the challenge course so that you can see what the other ninjas are doing and adapt your techniques, study what they're doing, what you want to do differently if something isn't working out, or maybe someone finds some unique strategy that is working out, and now you know that you can try it. A lot of pressure on the placement course, and right now they are just getting everything set up, doing a little walkthrough right now before we get to our demonstration run.
This is going to be a huge moment for all of these kids. We like to think of it as like a massive turning point in the Premier Series. For some of these kids, it's their first time properly at a massive gym comp like this, where they have gotten into such an exclusive club like the Premier Series, and they're able to push along through and stay at the top along with a bunch of other great youth athletes that we've got going on out here for the Premier Series. And I'm loving the fact that all of these guys are able to take things on, have the camaraderie together, because the entirety of this Premier Series is built off of community, and we're able to put on these incredible competitions due to the fact that these guys in Ninja are able to push along through and have such a good time with everything in every competition that we do. And I genuinely would not have it any other way. I only hope that it grows further so we get even more great athletes adapting to these styles of courses that we have going for them. With all that being said, we'll be having our demo run commence very, very shortly to see what these mature kid athletes are going to be up against.
Now, Billy, I know you were watching some of the kids division earlier. Any big obstacles that you're looking out for?
Obstacle-wise, honestly, the final one involves a throwback that was taking out a couple of people.
Okay.
That particularly when it comes down to just like generating enough swing. So we're gonna have to see soon enough how all of these athletes adjust to it. So we're gonna see very soon who's ultimately going to be the one to start things out.
Yeah, looks like we are getting ready for our demo run. I think I can see those lily pads right there, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, that's it's pretty on point with the green circular steps that you're going to have to go up right there. I love a nice, fast, kind of balance-oriented start to a course like this. That's what we typically tend to see. And just getting some mats sorted out here. Very well padded area, it looks like. You know, you want to make sure everyone's staying safe out there. We don't want anyone getting injured. And we're going to commence with our demo run. So first we have the lily pads jumping right up, nice and easy, then hanging out. Moving on to over under.
It's a difficult one here because it's basically a massive maze if you look at things from that perspective. This is going to be boing boing, moving along into Sonic Boom, and then bump out here, where a lot of opportunities for links on those trapezes, and then we move along onto our TikTok obstacle right here.
I love it.
Straight along in onto a dragon head. Okay, that's an interesting different hold right there. Then this throwback was taking out a few people. That massive Lachey was taking out a bunch of our kids in the previous division. That is going to be the end of your course once we get over to it. So that's going to be the placement course that these mature kids are going to have to go forward and commence with very shortly. We're going to be starting out with our kids, mature kids female division in Charlotte Ziria next up. She's been doing Ninja 2019 when she started. Height of 5 foot. Ready to go. From New Hampshire, loves wearing fun socks. Very, very happy to have her out here today. Has competed 29 times throughout the regular season, so it looks like being in the New England area where Vitality is right now is definitely going to be a massive help when it comes to overall experience due to the amount of courses and competitions that we hold up here.
Yeah, I mean, 5 feet tall at just 10 years old. That's kind of intimidating. I mean, we did see, I remember last week, some of those people were listed as 12 feet. I don't know if they were actually 12 feet tall, but still, this Charlotte doctor saying she's going to grow to be 6'5". I wouldn't put it past her. And it's a good thing she's into basketball, but also Ninja, you know, 6'5", you're going to have a nice long reach. So some of those Lacheys in the future, she might just be able to reach out and grab the next bar, not even have to worry about swinging or getting any momentum. But I am very excited for her to kick things off on this placement course. We just got a great demo of what this course is going to look like. Let's see if our first runner up is going to be able to reach that buzzer.
This is going to be a big moment out here. It looks like Charlotte is going to be the one to set out the precedent for what's to come for all of our athletes moving forward, because she is leading the pack for 26 other athletes out here. And this is where it starts to get really serious for some of our athletes out here, because with everyone being so close to Ascend, it would be a shame if they weren't able to make it through to the Premier Series finals and go to that massive community event. But at the same time, only 4 people are able to make it. That's a tiny fraction from the amount of people that are out here all ready to go. So Charlotte leading the pack out here. This is going to be very, very difficult.
Yeah, she says she's made the finals every single year. So, I mean, it's good to have that experience, right? You like knowing what you have accomplished in the past. You understand the, you know, what kind of mental state you have to get yourself into to prepare for something like this. And then also physically, you know how to physically prepare, take care of your body, train for moments like these. And it all just comes down to one moment. And that is something that I have loved about the sport of Ninja since I first watched it as a kid, is it just comes down to that one singular moment. Can you execute this obstacle in the moment? And look at Charlotte. She did not lie about loving fun socks.
4 different colors represented in the grand scheme of it. But now our first mature kid female competitor is off and running. Charlotte coming out of Team Ascend. Gavin Obi on the sideline, it looks like, getting ready to move out here. Charlotte, 1:15 on the clock. Straight away onto that box, it looks like all these athletes are going to go towards. And then across those angled steps into boing boing, going straight ahead onto these steps now.
One backswing there. Okay, that's good. She's staying alive, staying off the lava right there. I think she's got some fluffy stuff on her socks too. Just all the style points that you can earn. She's doing it right now. And look at that. She's going to get through onto this TikTok obstacle. The clock's ticking. This is a big jump right here. She's got a lot of swing and a great reach. And she is on to, looks like the last obstacle here.
Yeah, here we go. It looks like the DIY DGS consists of a throwback out here where you have to jump all the way onto that trapeze, and she's down and out, sadly, on that obstacle. And that's going to be it for her run. And you're going to put her on the board just before she was able to get the buzzer. That's a tough one to properly get past there, but still a very, very good job we see from Charlotte. Being our first runner, a lot of pressure, especially with a large group of athletes to follow. Starting out next up, with Emmeline McDonnell out here, coming out of West Roxbury, Massachusetts.
Also 10 years old. Yeah, I mean, that was a great way to set the tone for this placement course. Didn't quite reach the buzzer, but still an incredible run. Now let's see how Emmeline follows it up. Right now, looking good. Over, under, next. And she gets right through that. Now the web slinger. Oh,
This
just
is
like
hard here
Spider-Man.
because this is really hard because you have to go straight onto that tiny box at a weird angle.
Yeah.
So that might eat up a lot of time and be comparable in between runs, but she overshoots the steps.
And she had a lot of momentum, a lot of speed going right there. She looked really solid going through this course. A couple bounces right there and just launched herself a little too far. It's so simple. A lot of these landings are what make the obstacles difficult. Still a fantastic run. She showed a lot of skill and a lot of speed right there, so I can't wait to see her on the challenge course. But next up, we've got Evelyn Ardall coming to us from Cranston, Rhode Island. Another 10-year-old. Let's see how she does.
Evelyn coming out of Team Vitality, so let's see if a bit of that home gym advantage is able to help her. Doing okay so far on that underbar. This is where a couple people could have trouble, but she immediately
nice.
gets off. That's the fastest that you can do that obstacle pretty much.
Okay, just kind of runs right across the top of the detour there. Now onto that sonic boom, and let's see if she can bump across these bars. Nice reach. Perfect. And on to clocks ticking. Got to build up a big swing here. And nice. Wow. She uses the far end of those holds right there. And now.
Brilliant so far.
One last
Evelyn
obstacle.
now. One more to go. We've seen Charlotte go out at this point. Let's see if Evelyn can avenge it and get that trapeze. Yes! Looks like with 25 seconds makes the dismount and is going to be our first mature kids clear with 51.63 seconds there for Evelyn Ardell.
Very clean run right there. Look at how quickly she got off this web slinger. Just beautiful technique to completely shift her body momentum. And then a big swing right there on the DIY DGS. That's how you do it. She gets to the end, hits that buzzer, and we have our first full clear on the placement course with only the third run. So still 7 more females to go.
Taya Kelly coming out of Marlborough, Massachusetts. That's where one of the Ascensions are. So let's see if she is able to do it proud. Oh, I'm liking this so far. Very, very fast, wanting to get up with the pace, trying to get a faster time than the rest of the field. 3.5 seconds remaining, or like ahead on the with just the time going faster and faster within each obstacle. I'm loving this so far.
Zero brake pedal for Taya right now. She is flying. Now can she fly up to this hold? Yes, she's got it. She is on to the DIY DGS. Come on, get a big swing here. She goes for it. She catches, and we have
my lord,
34.
That's the fastest time we have had all day. That's like by 8 seconds at least. I think the fastest we had for the kids was like 42. That's insane to see there. Taya Kelly.
Oh,
what a run that was.
So well done. She looks so in control, never faltered at any point across any of those obstacles. That was wonderful.
Indeed it was. Now that we see how fast these athletes can really go, let's see if the train can continue with fast clears with Alexandria Schoen coming on through next up.
Definitely in the Northeast, you know, New England area. I know there's some slight differences there, but Alexandria makes the trip out. And so far, she's looking really solid.
Oh, no! No, just went off. Even then, she was shaking her head at that one, but with a smile. It seemed like quite a difficult one to get up there.
Yeah,
because even then, it's such a weird jump on a slant as well. You might be slipping about. It's a hard one, in all fairness.
Yeah, it was designed for Spider-Man, so what do you expect? That was still, she looked really fast, really quick, very smooth as well. We'll see how it plays out on the challenge course. But next up, we're going to move on to our second Charlotte of the run order, Charlotte LaFrance, coming from Centerville, Massachusetts. She's currently in 4th grade, loves going to the beach in the summer, loves hanging out with her friends, swimming, eating watermelon. That's a nice fruit. Top 10 fruit for me. But right now,
I think it's like top 5, honestly. I like watermelon a lot more than others.
I said top 10. I don't even know if I can name 10 fruits. Charlotte right now moving on to the web slinger. No!
Oh, no,
like
Charlotte! Oh, let's have a look at that again. It seemed like had the same issue as Alexandria had before. She's moving very solidly throughout the first couple of obstacles there, but as we move along onto the next couple of areas here, just couldn't get enough distance on that jump. It's weird to... I would almost come in with like almost a bit of a bend almost, where you start running to your right in a curve motion, so you get enough height and distance off of that wall, because it's really hard to get through to that part without just completely whiffing it like some of our athletes have done today, sadly.
I wonder if can you get a little higher up on that ramp too? That might be helpful to get that.
Probably
extra
could.
height.
That might be the way to go. Now let's see if coming out of New Canaan, Connecticut, Emily Wilkes is able to come on through here. She's competed 34 times throughout the season.
Nice.
Here she goes, immediately dismounts there, trying to keep up with some of the fastest times we've seen.
All right, now onto this the Sonic Boom right here, very clean. Look at her go. She is flying through this course right now. Great Lachey over there. Come on, one more swing, and she's on to this. Clock's ticking. Come on, get that big swing. She's going to have to do a little bit of a 180 here, but she pulls it off.
Yes, braces herself for that finger slot there, but now with only 40 seconds left, she's going to try and build up momentum to get ready for that trapeze. Looked like she was going to link it, but with 30 seconds left, she hits the buzzer and is now in second place with 43 seconds that course took her to do. I'm very impressed with that.
Our third full clear for our mature kids female division. There's only 3 females left, so we're seeing some, some shocking early exits, but we're also seeing some really solid clears. Now the question is, how will our Canadian do from Iberville? We've got Justine Samard.
Yeah, Justine.
She's chalking up right now.
Big deal for her right now. A long trip from Quebec to Massachusetts, I think. But here she goes, getting ready to represent the red and white flag of Canada on the stage. And look at that, already linking along through, trying to underbar as many things as possible. Can she get the jump off the wall? Yes, she can.
That was very well executed there. Now she is on to this boing boing Sonic Boom. She's going across, and time to bump across these bars. Nice reach. Look at that. Very well done. And time to generate some swing on this TikTok obstacle. She's going to take a back swing here before the dismount. That was smart.
This is insane. She's immediately going through every obstacle, not stopping for any breaths at all. Here she goes, immediately linking out and gets to the buzzer in 40.48 seconds, taking home the second place spot currently.
That's the only way to celebrate a clear properly, is just collapse on the ground, knowing that you gave it your all. And that is exactly what she did right here. She did not stop, like you said, Billy. She just kept sending it obstacle after obstacle. And look at that. Hits the buzzer. She is going to be a later run on that challenge course for sure.
Mazzy Carroll out here is going to be, or Mazzy Carroll out here is going to be our second to last runner for the mature kid female division out here. Part of Team Vitality. Wanted to go on that swing, but she's going to have to take one more to try and save herself on that one. Here she goes, moving along into the ramp that's taken out people, but not Mazzy.
No, not at all. Now she is going to get across these 2 bounces onto the Sonic Boom, and she just goes right in to bump. She's going across these bars right now. Look at that. Beautiful link right there.
Coming along in 45 seconds left as she pulls along through onto the Dragon Teeth and gets that underbar dismount, and now comes along into the throwback with just about 35 on the clock on that backswing. All the way through onto that bar and immediately runs over to the buzzer and is gonna miss it first time around, but save herself 47.93.
Strike 1. All right, well, that's all right. It's still a full clear right there for Mazzy. She looked really good, very solid right there. She might have had a couple seconds faster. Not sure how it would have played out differently in the run order if she got it on the first try, but still, I'm excited to see what she's got in the challenge course. But that'll bring us on to our final mature kids female runner here, Riley Toronto. She has a lot of ninja experience coming out of Stamford, Connecticut. So let's see how she does.
She is a former Premier Series finalist for 2024, two-time world finalist at 2023 and 2024 out here, it says, and she's doing absolutely incredible so far. comes out of Stanford Ninja Academy. Coming along through. Wrong obstacle.
yep.
Needs to go along through. It's a maze vitality,
It
as I
is.
tell you. It's a difficult one to properly maneuver without getting completely lost. So
No
I don't
kidding.
really blame Riley for this, but she's still moving through. Very solid here, trying to make up some time.
Yeah, she is trying to make up time, but right now, I think her focus is just get to the end, get through these obstacles, because it's more important to beat the obstacles. Oh, no! She slips off the back of that TikTok right there.
It looked like she couldn't get her hands onto the pole quick enough. Her feet were on it, but that meant that it slipped away from her on the underside there. So let's have a look at that again. Yeah, her hands couldn't necessarily grab on quick enough. And that's going to wrap it up for our mature kid female division. So Taya got first place, or Taya even, with 34.81 seconds. And Alexandra Schoen is going to be our first runner on the challenge course once we get there. But now, coming along through out of Stanford Ninja Academy to start things out for the mature kids male division is going to be Mark Cuesta.
Competing for 2.5 years, and it's showing right now. He is racing through onto that web slinger, and that was very impressive. Now let's see if he can get across this sonic boom. Oh, a bit of a stumble there. But
That
he
was
makes
a
it
close one. You could see his foot was slipping, but Mark Cuesta, lovely stuff so far, trying to keep those links flowing, which is nice to see. Trying to get a bit more momentum on this TikTok. One jump is all he needs to link out of it. 40 seconds left, straight into the throwback cross grip. Here he goes.
Come
Needs to
on.
go straight for that trapeze and doesn't link out, but he's still going to make a run through it with 31 seconds left. 43.7.
Mark Cuesta with a great run right there. Our first mature kids male runner and our first buzzer. That right foot slip on that sonic boom was scary, but he kept his composure, had good balance, and was able to fight through all the rest of the obstacles. And another ninja just kind of launching themselves onto the mat after hitting the buzzer. I love it.
That was a great way to start things out for our mature kid male division with a buzzer. Let's see if we can keep him going with Derek Saraceno now coming out of Ninja Mania. He's coached by Ryan Tanner and Quinn McClellan. He qualified for the Premier Series finals last year, and he's doing an absolutely incredible job. His favorite obstacle. Oh no, I was just gonna say his favorite obstacle is the TikTok, but he won't be able to attempt it by falling down sadly on the warped wall bar catch there. That's a really difficult one.
I gotta say, on the second obstacle though, he kind of looked like he one-handed the first swing, which was very impressive. So he's got some skills and some strength, and we'll see how his run holds up on this placement course, because that web slinger is not easy. But let's see if Liam Bollender from Marston's Mills, Massachusetts, can give us something special here.
He's reaching out immediately.
Nice.
He's very smart and a dedicated athlete who has grown so much in his second year at Forte Fitness Center in Cape Cod out here. He's 4'8", wingspan of 4'6", 73 pounds. But he's still moving through very, very lightly, steadily pushing along.
His
One backswing probably on these steps, and he's got it.
His most challenging obstacle type is foot dexterity, but he did not show that at all, that he had any challenges with the sonic boom right there. But he misses a swing, is able to correct it quickly. Come on, let's get this TikTok.
Here we go. 30 seconds. Gets the slot on that special delivery on the dragon. And now with 26 seconds, he makes the turn over to the throwback. Here goes Liam Belinda now, and he has got it. Here he goes to 15 seconds, pushes along through, and he's in second place, 59.26 to the buzzer.
Way to go, Liam. You know, he had to take quite a few backswings on some of the obstacles, but it all worked out. The goal is to reach that buzzer. That's exactly what he did. He was patient when he needed to be, and he stayed composed. That's how you do it.
Indeed it is. But now, moving along on to Xander Lipton out here, coming out of Westport, Connecticut. He's competed 17 times throughout the regular season of the WNL. And here goes Xander Lipton, ready to go.
A lot of competitions under his belt. You love to see that. Right now, he's going to take a backswing here on hanging out, and then over under. No one's really been struggling with that one, but this one, the web slinger. No!
Oh! That is very unfortunate. Xander Lipton just sadly slipped off, and his feet just weren't able to properly get onto that wall at a good enough angle to jump onto that bar. So that's going to be it for his run. We're getting a lot of people going out early. It's going to be quite a mix of people going quite early on in the challenge course once we get there. But now it's time for Braden Powers to take things on 4'11" in both height and wingspan. And he is off and running.
First place overall at World, second strongest ninja, second World Championship, and second Premier Series. This guy has a lot of potential, and you are seeing it on full display.
No! He went over the step. We haven't seen that yet, sadly. Having a look at that again. He had a lot of speed going into it and wanted to, but he just landed a bit too high on the steps and didn't have his balance backward. So he was able to control it. So he's going to be in the middle of the leaderboard, about Braden Powers, that is. So let's see. 12 competitors left, starting out with Avon Costello out here. He is a homeschooling ninja who loves to challenge, especially involving the flying bar. You might see a bit of that on the challenge course later on, but Avon now coming along through, gets off of that immediately, coming out of Team Vitality here today.
Yeah, he's looking really solid right now. Now, kind of slow yourself down for the Sonic Boom. Slipping a little bit, but he makes it work. Now he's getting some big swings here onto Bump, and he gets right through it. He's making really good time right now.
Here he goes. He's trying his best on the TikTok to get the height necessary, gets his hands in the slot, and immediately dismounts as best as he can. He's our fastest non-finisher to this point. Let's see if we can get a buzzer coming out of Avon here. Taking a couple back swings, and he has got a massive link potential, and that was impeccable. 47.81 seconds.
I thought he might hit the ceiling of this establishment because he went so high right there, but that was a beautiful run from Avon. How many clears is that for our males? Is that our third or fourth? Either way.
I think that's our third clear.
Either way, he looked so clean throughout that entire run. You love to see it. Now we're going to move on to Nicholas Housen, coming to us from Norwood, Massachusetts. 10 years old, multi-sport athlete with ninja at the heart of everything he does. So let's see how that works out for him. 9 years old, he's off and moving through, hanging out.
Nicholas doing very, very good so far. Last year was a bit of a tough one when he had a shoulder injury and it cut his year short. But this run has been cut short, sadly, due to that bar jump. That's such a difficult one. Let's have another look at that again. It seems like our athletes are just slipping off a bit, but it seemed like he had a solid grip. He was just stepping to the side a bit too much and not forward. So that ultimately is what took out Nicholas. But now moving straight along into our final 10, starting with Spencer Latendre.
Coming to us from Westport, Massachusetts. Let's see how he does. He has been training at Vitality Obstacle Fitness since he was 6. So he knows all about this gym right now. And look at him go. The web slinger, that is exactly how you do it. It was a beautiful jump onto that bar. And he is not stopping onto that Sonic Boom. He has no brake pedal right now.
He's a very, very confident fella out here. Not only is he a ninja, but he also likes to practice backflips as well as knife throwing as well, which is a very, very daring sport. But Spencer with a daring time at the minute. Look at him go 4 seconds ahead of Mark Cuesta.
Come on!
At this point, he links his way out, and he's going to get to the buzzer in an absolutely impeccable time right there. Spencer Latendre, 37.25 seconds. Wow.
That was very well done. He looked so calm, cool, and collected throughout that entire course. You could tell he's been here and that he's got the experience of this gym. It felt like a hometown advantage run, but now we're going to move on to Logan Kaselika from West Warwick, Rhode Island. Is seeing a couple people from Rhode Island. Not that big of a state, but just got a good ninja presence here today.
Here he goes. He trains out of our finals location that's going to be happening this year at Ascend Marlborough, coached by both James Burns and Gavin Obi. He enjoys rock climbing, Pokemon, and rescuing dogs. Here goes Logan. Careful there on those steps, but he still progresses through incredibly well there. Nice saves.
That was so awesome. You love to see close calls like that, especially when it works out. Oh, he's got a leg hanging off right here. This is a crazy run right now.
No! Just came up short. Logan, the green beast ninja, sadly down and out on the TikTok. First time I think we've seen that for the males, at least. Let's have another look at that again. It looks like he just left a bit too late and he wasn't able to fly high up enough. So sadly, that's going to be it for him there, but now he moves straight along into Evan Gassman, 4'11", and both height and wingspan. He loves to play basketball, tennis, and go skiing. Very well-rounded, so let's see how he can go on this placement course, moving through very fast.
The hair I thought I was going to be able to pull off when I was that age. I couldn't pull it off, but Evan right now looking very solid. He is racing through. So far, he's on a pretty close pace with Spencer, but still a little bit behind. Let's see if he can pick up the pace here. He's looking really, really solid. I mean, Evan Gassman, he's all gas, no brake right now.
This is good. 45 seconds. Immediately pushes through onto that dragon head and links out. Going to be one of our faster times if he goes straight off on this swing, which he does, and links out with all the might he can. 34 seconds there, and he was getting to the buzzer. 40 seconds, 0.61 right there from Evan Gassman. That was a great placement run.
That was very well done. Well executed from Evan. Looked very confident throughout that entire run. He's definitely going to be one of the later runs in that challenge course. But again, that all comes down to how the rest of our mature kids in the male division perform. Next up, we're moving on to Leo.
Leo Bronov is one of the most serious ninjas that we have in the youth community at the minute. I think he's definitely up there with someone who can win it all today out here at Vitality, and that is apparent right now from the speed that he is moving at.
He does not want to slow down at all. He is very competitive here. Look at this. He is ahead of the pace right now as he moves through bump and on to clocks ticking. Come on, get a big jump there. He's got it. Goes right to the dismount. Now one obstacle left.
Here he goes on the throwback. Wants to get enough momentum to go immediately, which he does. Leo Bronov going to take a backswing on that trapeze, but gets to the buzzer in second place. 38.18 seconds for Leo Bronov.
Very smooth run right there. Didn't show any real signs of having any issues. Took a couple backswings throughout that run, but it's worth it if it means you're going to reach that buzzer.
That was brilliant as we now move into our final six, led by PJ Ticey out here coming out of Newtown, Connecticut. Here he goes. He's 10 years old, likes the color yellow, and the ladies find his eyes dazzling. It's a great piece of information there from PJ out here. Let's see if he can dazzle everyone on the course right here today. 1 minute and 4 seconds as he goes through the spider. Lovely.
He enjoys climbing and swinging from anything he can find. There's a lot of swinging going on in this course, so that should bode well for PJ. And right now, he's going to swing across these, and let's see if that grip strength from all the climbing works out. I think it's working out so far.
It's very, very solid. 40 seconds left to go. One of the faster paces we've seen. Immediately links out off of that dragon head and goes straight into the throwback. Let's see how PJ can fare. 30 seconds as he pushes through. Going back and forth on that trapeze and goes right off and gets himself into 6th place. 48.51 seconds.
Yeah, very well done. And that means we are down to our last of mature kids in the male division. They're going to have a tough road ahead of them to be competitive and getting a later run for that challenge course, because these ninjas, just like PJ right there, have been very spectacular. They have shown so much skill and grit on this course. Let's see what Caden McKenna has to offer coming out of Plymouth, Massachusetts.
Caden out here is roaring and ready to go. Coming out of Ascend out here, Caden definitely going to be looking for one of those top spots. I believe one of his siblings out here was able to get the top spot for the kids male division out here and win on the challenge course. So let's see how Caden can fare. Oh, man, that was a tough one. He was trying to, it looked like his balance was allowing him to cut off more than he could really do there, but that was unfortunate. But you saw the motor that he had on his legs there. That was quite intense. We'll see him later on challenge. I'm very excited for that one.
And that's what you worry about, trying to go too fast. Do you make a little mistake like that? But either way, he's getting a shot at that challenge course, and he's going to get a chance to still earn a shot at the Premier Series Finals. But right now, Killian Gerard moving on, coming out of Yarmouth, Rhode Island, 9 years old. He is moving his way to the course nice and steady.
This is good right here from Killian Gerard, who he slipped, and he's gonna go back to the start.
Okay.
And go through it immediately there. Saved it. That's nice. Comes along through 49 seconds as he takes it back to him, ready to go on the steps, which he has completed.
All right, he's had a couple of setbacks time-wise, but right now he is still on pace. He still has the time to reach that buzzer before the clock hits 0. He's just got to get a move on these last 2 obstacles, and he is generating a lot of swing right now. Turns
Here
around
he goes,
to look
wants
at it.
to be secure with it, which he is. Killian, here he goes. 20 seconds left to go. This is going to be quite a tight one of the slower finishing times, but it's going to be a buzzer nonetheless, and that'll definitely help him coming along through onto the challenge course here with his placement. Time's ticking though, here he goes, 5 seconds left, and he hits the buzzer, 8th place, 1 minute 9.61.
Killian, way to stick it out. You know, he didn't have the fastest pace. He had to go back on the detour, but either way, he stayed composed. He did not let that phase him, and he made it all the way to the buzzer. That was very well done. And now we have 3 mature kids for the male division left. This is Shane Young out of Wayne, New Jersey.
Shane Young has been doing Ninja for quite a while out here, starting in 2022. Out here in Wayne, New Jersey's where he is from. Here goes Shane. A lot of experience on WNL Premier Series courses like this. He can definitely pull through quite a bit here if he's careful.
Yeah, and you brought him up earlier. 11-foot laches this kid's been able to pull off. You're seeing that skill right here as he races through these obstacles. And now he's on to the last one. Let's see if he can do this for mom and dad.
Look at the power that he's generating very quickly out here.
Ooh.
Gonna take a forward-facing backswing and go to the buzzer in 3rd place. 39.49 seconds there. Rightfully gonna put him into 3rd. Brilliant stuff there from Shane Young.
Shane Young looked awesome throughout that entire course right there. No stopping. He had to take a crazy backswing right there at the last obstacle and just completely inverted his body. I don't even think my body could twist that far without it just snapping in half. So props to Shane Young for being flexible right there. But now we've got Grayson Valzotti going up next, also from Marston's Mills in Massachusetts. We've seen that city before.
Here goes Grayson Valzotti out here. Definitely another familiar name. He is the NENA champion out here at Vitality Obstacle Fitness, representing out here home gym. He's got a massive bit of speed on him at the minute. He's tied with the fastest time. We could be seeing a new leader out here with Grayson linking everything. Probably only needs one backswing on that. Oh, what the heck was that? Grayson with the one-handed recovery. Just over 40 seconds as he pushes himself into the throwback. Gonna get one of the...
Grayson, he was doing so well. He was so fast throughout that run. Had an insane one-handed catch right there. Look at that. That was an amazing save. But right here, he just didn't quite get the distance he needed on the final obstacle of this placement course.
That was so close. I think he just set himself back a bit too far for that link. But now, with another opportunity to get the top time, it's going to be Rowan Figueroa. Here he moves, coming out of Brookfield, Connecticut. 34 times he's competed throughout the regular season. Trying to match some of the fastest times we've seen. Here goes Rowan on the spider. Here he goes. Lovely.
Nice. Okay, the detour is going to go across the top. Now let's see if, wow, just 1 foot on each trampoline. Barely even uses that bar. Oh, he's skipping.
This is solid right here. He's only half a second behind Spencer Latendra. He holds the fastest time so far. But he's going to lose a couple more seconds with that backswing if he wants one of them top spots. Seems like he's being a bit complacent here on the backswings, but he's not doing too bad out here.
Yeah, you know,
let's see how he can fare.
He wants to get that buzzer right now. He is taking all the swings that he needs to make sure he does the obstacle the right way, and it looks like it's going to pay off.
Yes, and our final athlete on the placement course gets a buzzer. Rowan coming in with a time of 47.28 seconds there for the mature kid male division. Very happy with that. Brilliant way to end out our placement course for the mature kids as a whole.
Yeah, you got to think that right there, it was a smart move for him to just race through the first few obstacles and then take his time later when they get a little more difficult. And that brings up our Mature Kids male division. This is your leaderboard. We saw 10 buzzers. Spencer Latendre with the fastest time, 37.25. Leo Bronov was right behind at 38.18. And then Shane Young right behind them at 39.49 seconds. So those are your top 3 Mature Kids male division.
That was an absolutely insane course right there. Shout outs to our females again, with Taya Kelly getting the top time of 34.81, but Alexandria Schoen is going to be our first runner once we get to the challenge course in due time. Sam, what a great way to start out the second division of the day.
You saw a lot of variety in that placement course. The web slinger was very difficult. You saw some struggles with that sonic boom obstacle, and then even clocks ticking and the final obstacle all did a little bit of damage. But at the end of the day, we saw a good amount of ninjas reach that buzzer, and now they are all thinking about what comes next on that challenge course. This is what will determine who earns a spot in the Premier Series finals. I cannot wait to see how these ninjas can compete.
I am in full agreement of that. I can't wait either. We're going to be back with you guys in about 10 minutes. We're going to take a short break so we can get ready for the challenge course. We'll see you in a sec.
Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, CO and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on dgsninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my truck bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Here at Stage 4 Designs, we are all about innovation and athlete safety. We've been doing this since 2015, designing the most innovative obstacles in the sport, and now with our partnership with the World Ninja League, we are very excited to bring some of our best designs to the highest level athletes in the world. For our process, it all kind of starts right here in our digital design. There's a much more deliberate process now in what we do, with our goal being the utmost in athlete safety. So we put everything into our digital design first, make sure it's all going to work, then we procure the parts. We learned the process and refined it to what we feel are some of the highest quality urethane products you're going to find in the Ninja space, and that all happens here at our custom-built workbench. A lot goes into our urethane, and we are very proud of the work that we do there. Everything that we build here at Stage 4 is all custom made in-house. It's not like we have a stock of a bunch of stuff. So when you do place an order with us, that order comes through and we basically build everything from scratch. Paint department is scalable. We basically hand paint most things, but some things that require a little bit more spray or bigger, we're capable of that as well. These athletes put these obstacles through some of the most rigorous circumstances that you could think of, and we want to try to plan for every contingency. We never want an obstacle to break on anybody. We always want our stuff to feel solid and not move around a whole lot, so that the athletes can trust their skills to throw the biggest moves that they possibly can on anything that we put out there. Our CNC machine handles all of most of our flat goods. It's the workhorse around here. It actually does a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of cutting things out. We don't do any of our flat goods by hand. We make sure that everything is exactly the same and replicable, so that, you know, if you're doing courses or you have athletes that are going either head to head or the same obstacle that you're going to find at one Ninja gym is going to feel exactly the same if you go to another Ninja gym or your home for that matter, so that there's consistency with all of our product. Over the years, as we've added to our suite of products that we offer, we've realized that pipe and metalworking is becoming more and more commonplace in Ninja obstacles, and to meet that demand, we've added the ability to do that here as well. So a lot of the obstacles that you'll see that we design and develop are meant to go on truss, and pipes are a big part of that. So we've added a pipe bending station here, and look for, in the future, us to offer a lot more innovative obstacles that kind of exist in that space where pipes are a big part of it. So here, everything that we put out is tested by real ninjas before it goes out. We want to make sure that our obstacles can stand all sorts of unforeseen circumstances. We know that Ninja athletes move in ways that are innovative and new, and we want to try to account for as many of those as we can and make sure that those obstacles hold up. So we test everything. Over the last 10 years, Stage 4 Designs has been committed to developing the most innovative obstacles that you're going to find, but also the safest and most reliable obstacles. Our motto here is elevating obstacles. We do feel that on this platform, we can take something that's both fun and creative, but also elevate it to an industry that deserves to stand on its own.
Welcome back, everybody, to the WNL Premier Series qualifier out here for Season 4, ready to go for our challenge course at Vitality Obstacle Fitness in Massachusetts. My name is Billy Dixon. I am joined alongside Sam Burns out here for the commentary. We just wrapped up our placement course for the mature kids a bit ago, and now we have 27 athletes ready to go for our challenge course.
I'd say the placement course was pretty even split in terms of about half of our ninjas were able to reach the buzzer, half of them were not. The placement course, though, you fall once, your run is over, but it completely changes here in the challenge course. Each athlete will get 2 retries throughout the course. The only problem is you can't use them both on the same obstacle. So if you fail an obstacle twice, your run is over. Now, this will determine who actually qualifies for the Premier Series Season 4 finals, which are going to be held right here in this same state on November 20th through the 22nd at Ascend Obstacle Training. So the top 4 athletes in each division, so the top 4 mature kids female and mature kids male, those are going to be your people who make it to the Premier Series finals. And that means the pressure is on, because as we get prepared here for the challenge course, we're kind of getting things set up before we see this demo. This is where the runs matter more than ever. The placement course determined the run order, so those who went out the earliest on the placement course are going to be going first here on the challenge course. Meanwhile, those who put on a good performance on the placement course and got a fast buzzer, they will get to see how everyone else does first. And now let's see the demo run.
Here we go. So this is our challenge course that our athletes are going to be facing. I believe it is 11 obstacles long. We are currently on Giddy Up at the minute. Now, all of the obstacle names are a bit of they're kind of like references, in a sense, to movies or songs or actors or anything, or music artists or anything. So the one we're currently on is Venom, which I took as the Eminem song, but Kane Malden took as the movie from last time on the kids division. Now we're on Chicken Little. I don't think there was ever a skateboarding Chicken Little, but fair dues.
Okay, now it looks like this is the rodeo whip. So we're on a wall right here. You got to hold on to that rope and then turn around. That is the whip right there. Indiana Jones would be proud. I don't think that's in the right universe, but right,
yeah.
big
So
jump there.
Bit of rope tech that wasn't there for our kids division. So it looks like our mature kids are really stepping it up. Now we're on to Wham right now, which is the band or the artist. I can't remember. Is it a band or an artist?
Yeah,
I can't remember. I know
it's an artist. Or
yeah.
I don't know. My musical knowledge is struggling, but that's a clever obstacle right there. I love the design. You have to slam that thing out so you can hook that ring onto there.
It's a duo. Wham is a duo. Fair enough.
Good to know.
Okay.
I learned something important today.
We're on to Heath Ledger right now. Ledge is in Cliffhanger Ledge, which is cool to see, which has taken out a couple people. And now we're on to Christian Don't Bail, which is Christian Bale.
Okay. Wow, the creativity with the names here never ceases to amaze me. And some tough crane work here, or cane work. I get cranes and canes mixed up in my head all the time. It's tough.
Funny part is those are not. It's neither of those things. These are talons.
Oh,
they're a bit more.
talons,
They're a
okay.
bit different compared to canes. That little dipping hook right there is a bit different as well. That wasn't there last time. A talon is like a cane, where it's less. There's literally like less of a hook on the other side, so you kind of have to re-grip it if you want to. But now we're on to the ice hopper, which is basically the pipe slider combined with like a flying bar type move.
That's awesome. Oh, so cool right here. And look at our demo run. You got to give some big props to whoever's pulling off the demo run. Anytime we see this, they always do so well.
And now we are on to the final obstacle right here, which is the Kaleidoscope of Doom. I don't know if that's a reference to anything, but it is literally a ninja obstacle called the Kaleidoscope, and it is of Doom, apparently, which honestly makes a lot of sense because it is the final obstacle.
Okay. And right now, you can see why Doom is in the name. This is no easy feat getting through this obstacle, and especially after the wear and tear you've already gone through with all the other obstacles, saving this one for last is a little evil, but That's the Kaleidoscope of Doom. There's the buzzer, not hanging from the ceiling this week. I'm glad to see that. And there, after that demo, that means we're going to be moving on to our female mature kids. And we're going to see how they are able to perform. Again, top 4. That's the goal. So you might want to go fast, but you also want to go deep because these obstacles, these early obstacles, they can be very challenging. You never know when somebody else is going to go out. So at least my mentality, especially early on, don't worry too much about speed and just try to get as far as you can.
Exactly. That type of mentality can help you in the long run, depending on if anyone else goes with that strat or if they fall up short or anything like that. It all comes down to how the others do, in a sense. All you can do as an individual athlete is try your best. We also just got word that it looks like there's a famous Italian skateboarder named Vince Palmer whose stage name is Chicken Little. And our producer will do zero further research into this topic.
Well, we're just going to take it at face value there.
Seems like it. But I think overall, yeah, I mean, when I see the words chicken and little together, I think of the Disney film because I have a lot of nostalgia for being a mid-2000s kid. So I think overall... I mean, I've heard of Vince Palmer before, but I didn't know he was a skateboarder.
Vince Palmer. There's so many Palmers, like Carson Palmer. I never know which Palmer I'm thinking of. Now look at it. I love, I got to say, while we're getting things set up here, one thing that I really love is just all the ninjas like training in the back. Look, every single obstacle is in use from that placement course earlier. Everyone's having fun with this, and that is what the sport of ninja is all about. It's all about fun and it's all about community because at the end of the day, yes, we do have some competition here from our ninjas who want to be in that top 4 so that they can earn a spot in the Premier Series finals. But still, at the end of the day, I love this community because everyone's always pulling for each other. Everyone wants each other to do well. And the real competition is against yourself. It's how far can you push yourself compared to what you've done in the past. And now Alexandria Schoen is getting ready to be our first runner here on the challenge course for the Mature Kids division.
This is going to be a big moment here. Alexandria was the slowest on the placement course, and that means she's going to be running first out here, setting the precedent for our Mature. Okay, just tripped over that first little log right there.
Rounding first.
Needs to be a bit careful on the foot there. It seems like she pushed it forward a little too early, so she's using her first retry here on the first obstacle. Not ideal, but whatever works, works. Here goes Alexandria Schoen across it that time. Lovely.
Okay. Oh, tell me, Billy, what are these? I can't tell if they're talons or canes or what's going on here.
They are mini canes. I think they're called claws, like crab claws.
And then a horseshoe there.
But lovely stuff there. Alexandria Schoen makes it along through.
She's doing a really good job of making up for that early mistake on the first obstacle.
Some of her accomplishments last season were finishing 4th at the WNA finals and finishing 14th for the season 11 World Championships that just happened a couple of months ago back in June in Greensboro. So here she goes, coming along onto Chicken Little out here, grabs the hook and is going to have to hook it in sideways here with that jump, which she gets.
Wow, she is looking really solid right now. You know, early stumbles can deceive you. Alexandria getting chalked up right now before she takes on the rodeo whip. We're going to have to see her make a very difficult move here with that rope. She's got to get it up over the pipe that it's sitting on and then has to do basically a 180 and catch it onto that hook right there. And she does it!
Yes!
Oh, that looks so cool.
That was a great way to show off a bit of rope tech needed for the rest of our athletes here, due to the fact that we have got a lot still to come. 26 other competitors after Alexandria. Coming along through now, she's going to push along. 2 minutes left on the clock, just under. Immediately reaches onto that cannonball. Some of our kids in the kids division were having trouble with it, but now they have to slap that pipe sideways in order to push it out to get the ring further along onto that track. And with 1 minute and 40 seconds, she pulls along through and just comes up short on the platform.
Ah, she was so close. Just needed to get a little bit more swing. She's going to get another shot at it. This is her final retry. So from here on out, she has to be perfect. But Alexandria, she's got it. She did everything that she needed to do right there. Just a little short of that dismount. Let's see if she can correct that mistake.
Right. Here she goes, even. Moving along through.
Nice.
1 minute and 20 seconds. Gets onto that ball. She loves spending time with her sisters and her family. She would like to shout out all of her friends and family watching from home. And a special thanks to all of her coaches who have helped her become the athlete she is today. And she gets onto that platform, but she has no more retries left. She's going to have to move through onto Heath Ledger with a minute left, straight ahead with no retries.
I've never associated Heath Ledger with anything ninja related, but I hope he would be proud of how Alexandria is doing this obstacle right now. She's getting a big swing going on, and look at that transfer. Very well done. This grip strength
very
is
solid
impressive.
at the minute. 40 seconds left for her.
Come on.
Getting onto that cliff! No! Just tried to readjust on the fingers, and it was too much to bear. So that means our first competitor on the challenge course is down and out. Alexandria Schoen, sadly down and out on the Heath Ledger right there. But still, a great way to start things out for our challenge course runs.
No kidding. I mean, she went first. She is setting the pace, setting the tone for this challenge course, and she did a wonderful job getting through so many of those very difficult, very techy obstacles too, with things like the rodeo and all these talons and claws and horseshoes and everything. There is a lot going on here. But now we're going to see how Charlotte LaFrance from Centerville, Massachusetts does, rounding first. And a little step back there. Got it.
Okay. Cool. Charlotte LaFrance now coming out of Centerville, Massachusetts, still moving through very solidly. Already has about a 7-second lead on Alexandria since she failed the first obstacle on one of her retries. Oh, but it looks like Charlotte's going to have to use her first one on the second obstacle here. To be fair, this one is a very big pain, I think, because on that slider, it's on straps and it's also on a trapeze, meaning that the swinging physics are just scuffed to the nth degree. So Charlotte really going to have to pull on through here second time around, wants to get a massive pull back on that claw. Pushes along back and dismounts that time correctly. Lovely.
Great correction right there. Charlotte now on to twist and shout. All these ledges hanging at different angles. These bars just going left to right. And she is going to work her way through it and move on to Venom. You got to really get your legs up here so you don't scrape the ground.
Here she goes. Onto that boot scoot and clears it immediately. 2 minutes and 40 seconds now coming into Chicken Little, getting onto the skateboard, pushing through. Wants to get close to the edge of that board as possible, and she's got it in that hook, not a problem.
All right. I think that anyone who pulls off this rope jump on the rodeo whip right here is just going to look so cool doing it. I don't think you can possibly do this and not look cool. Let's see if Charlotte can pull it off.
Here she goes. Yeah. Immediately hooks it in there. So much control and grip strength coming out of Charlotte LaFrance right there. Now she's trying to get a forward-facing backswing over to that box. Is she fine? Yes, she is. Got past that plane.
Now she is on to, looks like Wham here. So she's going to just have to climb up this rope. She's going to have to wham that bar. Oh, okay. Good cutaway there. I wanted to see the reset. All right. No, that wasn't a lot of hitting power there. She needs to get a better angle on it. Oh, just enough room. Hey, whatever works. All right, Charlotte.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, wait. I see a yellow.
So that's because she made it onto the platform, but overshot it and is in the out of bounds plane for this obstacle that she's on right now. So because both of her retries have been used up, Charlotte LaFrance needs to get past the Heath Ledger right here on her first try, and she got that massive jump there, which was great. Just needs the fingertip strength to really do a good here on these cliffs. A minute left.
Yeah, she is sitting in first place right now. Very good time-wise. And this is where we saw Alexandria go out. But Charlotte, she has the dismount.
Yes. Okay, she's made it through. Just needs to get through the next obstacle right here, one at a time. But time is ticking here. 40 seconds left for Charlotte to push along through. Has got that second talent into the slot.
Oh, she misses
careful.
once.
Was in a bit of a spinning motion there with Charlotte, so now she needs to regroup herself and utilize these talents to the best of her ability, trying to get a swinging circular motion. In a sense, it's really difficult to do that though on both something swinging and something on a spinning thing, and that she's down. Unfortunately, just too much for her to handle at just that point. Oh man.
Yeah, she looked really strong throughout that run though. Had a couple of very simple dismount related retries that were needed, but still she was so strong across all these obstacles. Very impressive work from Charlotte LaFrance, and she's made it farther than anyone else so far. That's going to be a tough mark to beat.
This is a tough one out here. Our females and our males really going to have to push forward at a fast pace in the earlier parts of this course as well as the later ones to have enough strength in the tank to just go at 100% throughout the entirety of this course. That's what we need from our Premier Series athletes out here getting ready to go. So now we've got our third mature kid female in Emmeline McDonald coming along through out of West Roxbury, Massachusetts. Trying to pull along through on these crab claws now, reaching up. Here she goes. You can see that mechanism, and she's down. It's a very difficult one to try and fix on yourself.
Yeah.
But still, very, very solid stuff out here. Utilizing the sideways boards. Okay, I like that. Pushing along through. Lovely, lovely stuff.
All right, Venom time. This one, you got to really just keep your feet away, and man, it blows my mind the way that people can just shift their bodies to stay off the ground right there. But now Chicken Little. Nice.
Here we go. Yes.
And she just gets right into the rodeo whip. She is not wasting any time whatsoever. Very good pace.
That
18 seconds ahead of the pace right now.
It's a really important thing to do that, though. But she's got a hold of that rope, trying to grip higher to get a bit more control. Needs to push back on this wall. Had a bit of time to look at it, and she's got it. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. She makes the back swing and makes the dismount, and now she's going to come on along straight through into wham. So our athletes so far have had trouble with slapping the pipe out into the position where the ring can go onto it. So hopefully Emmeline is able to capitalize on the fact that people have struggled there. Hopefully save a bit of time by doing that relatively quickly and having the right amount of force. And she's done exactly that. Look at that.
Just, getting the right angle is more important than how hard you hit it. And Emmeline just did it perfectly. Now she is going to move on to Heath Ledger. We saw one ninja get by it, one ninja fail it so far before her. How will she do?
Okay. 1 minute and 40 seconds. Gets to the but just misses on that cliff, sadly.
Her first retry so far. She has been perfect up until this point, but she can't use 2 retries on the same obstacle. So if she goes out here, it's the end of her run. But let's see if she can pull off these insane cliff jumps.
Here goes Emmeline McDonald right now. She's got a good lead on the rest of the competitors, but hopefully she's able to push along through here. She has no more retries on this obstacle. She needs to get through. She wants to carry on with her run. She's got the grip.
Nice. Very well done. Now she's got to redirect herself a little bit, kind of over to the right. This dismount is a little bit awkward, but she pulls it off.
Yes. Okay, now just under a minute as Emmeline comes along through into Christian Don't Bail. This is a difficult one because the talons are such a difficult piece of tech to properly utilize. But 45 seconds now as she makes her first couple of moves here. This is the part where it's difficult, but she's got it locked in on that ring. Now just needs to make the dismount. And coming along onto this fidget spinner, and then that final lâché over to that dropping hook. That's going to be a difficult... Oh, no!
Wow. I mean, Christian Don't Bail. I don't know if he could pull it off as Batman, because this obstacle is insanely difficult. So much tech here. You need to be so precise, and you need a lot of strength for it too. Emblem going to get her second and final shot at this obstacle right here. Can she do it?
Here we go.
This is it.
Emily McDonald.
Come on.
Coming along through 10 seconds left though. She's not going to go for the final hook. She's going to go for a massive skip. Does she have the strength to do it? Yes, she does. She gets through it at just the final second. That's going to give her an extra point and get her higher up on the leaderboard. But sadly, her time is up now.
Wow, very well done from Emmeline right there. She was perfect up until she got to Heath Ledger. I mean, look at all these obstacles. The way that she stayed in control. She had a very fast pace. Great balance control on the rodeo whip right there. Just a wonderful technique. And also on Wham, she made it look very easy. Easier than it is, I'll say that. So, way to go, Emmeline. That was a fantastic run and earns her the #1 spot currently. But next up, we've got Riley Toronto from Stamford. Wow, I almost said Kentucky. Connecticut. Good Lord.
Okay, here we go. Riley Toronto. She's an elementary school alumni. She's going into 6th grade in September. 10 years old, lives in Stamford, Connecticut. Favorite color is blue. Loves reading and science. Her family and her do road trips a lot. She skis. She likes to visit national parks and monuments, and overall loves nature. But I don't think she's loving the second obstacle. Gonna have to give it maybe a tactical retry there, because once you get hung up on that second obstacle, it's really, really hard to recover, low-key.
Yeah, no kidding. So let's see if she gets it on the second try. It's all about how you control your momentum. Riley gonna hook in that first horseshoe, or that second horseshoe right there. Big swing over to the next.
Yes, okay, just needs a massive pullback and dismount at the right time,
there
which
we
she
go.
does. There we go.
Oh.
Nice little bit of redemption there.
That was a
Gonna
good,
move on
I like the chalk pit stop right there. That was efficient. Oh, no!
Oh, no! Second retry. Gonna have to be used pretty early now. Riley coming out of Stanford Ninja Academy. Not gonna chalk up anymore, possibly. But with under 3 minutes, she needs to get through this obstacle. And even when she gets through it, she has no retries on the rest of the obstacles. So she's gonna have to do the rest of it clean.
So far, looking good on the retry here. She makes do with both of her retries. No issues there. Now, like you said, got to be perfect from here on out. On to Venom. Good swing.
Here she goes.
Wow, look at
Very
that.
solid boot scoot there from Riley Toronto.
Careful with the
And
cameraman.
again, no more retries are able to be used from this point now. So here goes Riley. Needs to get every obstacle on her first try.
Oh!
No! Just goes out on the Chicken Little there. That happened a couple times later on in the kids division, honestly, but I didn't expect it to happen this early on, but that's unfortunate.
Yeah, you could see she just barely missed it. I mean, it must have been an inch that she needed, just a little bit more distance, and she could have had it. But Chicken Little, I mean, when you got to ride a bouncy obstacle like that, it's never going to be easy. But now we've got Charlotte Syria up next with the fun socks. That's one of her favorite things, is to keep the socks very, very fun and creative. And she is right now moving on to Giddy Up.
There goes Charlotte coming out of Ascend. Doing a very, very solid job at the minute. Needs to get a massive pullback on that trapeze.
Wow,
Oh, nice
one-handed.
beta. That might be the way to go, honestly, because then you're not screwing up the trapeze side of it
That's
by
true.
adding another hand onto the weight of it. So at that point, might be a play to only use one hand strategic wise. So let's see if she can pull along through the rest of these obstacles. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left
Her
on the
height-
clock for Charlotte.
She's pretty tall, so you would think that might hinder her on Venom, but that is not the case. In fact, her height could be a big advantage for obstacles like this, where she doesn't have to reach out quite as far.
Yes, dude. Okay. Here we go. 5 foot, 99 pounds. Favorite course format is the challenge course. She's got 29 competitions of experience under her belt for the season. And Charlotte is doing nice. She kind of just fell into that hook right there. Doesn't really need to jump due to that 5 foot height. One of the taller competitors in our division today.
All right, now for wham. Again, you really want to see the direction that you kind of hit this pipe out. That really changes everything. So, well, she's actually spending quite a bit of time on this ring before finally reaching out that next hold. Let's see how she does. Yep, that's perfect.
Very solid at the minute from Charlotte. I'm liking the fact that this is just
Left
a very,
hand.
very solid run that we're seeing so far from her.
All
And she's
right.
on through it. Now here she goes.
Yeah, good time to chalk up. This is the type of obstacle that you're going to need it for. She just jumps straight up to that first ledge. You could see she doesn't even need to climb up the structure on the side. And oh, no!
Oh, no, just misses it. This is the first retry used, but in order for her to get through the rest of this course, she's going to have to do everything else on this obstacle in particular in one go. She's got 1.5 minutes to do that. Let's see how Charlotte can fare.
All right, this time she does climb up. She's going to kind of use more of the sides here. Give herself a little extra grip. She goes for it. No!
No, unfortunate there. That's just going to be it for her. Looked like the grip just a bit too hard to fathom for her on that obstacle, but still did a very, very solid job overall. Very happy with how that one went. But you could see there the cliffs just wasn't having it, sadly.
Yeah, that's a very tough obstacle right there. No shame in that. Still a fantastic run. Now Evelyn Ardall from Cranston, Rhode Island is up next with the Big E Smalls jersey.
Okay, here goes Evelyn Ardall coming out of Team Vitality representing the gym's jersey. Lovely stuff all around coming out of Cranston, Rhode Island. Evelyn's still doing very, very solid out here. Ready to go. 3.5 minutes. She
Nice.
pulls along through. Ready to get through onto this third obstacle right now.
Okay, Evelyn taking a few extra backswings right here. These ledges are not easy to hold on to. You got to hold it from both sides, but now she's onto these poles. A little bit easier to grab onto. And onto Venom right here. Time for a
Here
big
she
swing.
moves.
She just jumps into it.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay. Almost a bit too hard there going forward on the mat. But regardless, she's moving through at a very, very good pace at the minute. Up there with some of the top times we've got so far. Hooks that ring in and is immediately going to shove along onto some of the rope tech that we've got going on right now.
She's got a pretty good time going. Not too far behind the pace. And a great execution right there on the rodeo whip.
2 minutes and 35 seconds as she makes the dismount. The fastest time up to this point. It looks like she's just trying to get the fastest time by any means.
That's smart
by
right now.
just by just moving through the intervals between the obstacles as fast as she can, as well as on the obstacles themselves. So this is great so far from Evelyn.
Great pace. She's going to get to that dismount now on to Heath Ledger. She's going to climb up and just get right into it. Like I said, not wasting any time. She wants to be quick here and finding any way to be quick she can. She gets that first transfer. Now can she get through the obstacle? She has an amazing pace. Great speed right now. It'll bode very well for her if she gets through this. And she does.
Oh, wow. Nearly 50 seconds ahead of everyone else. This is by far the best pace we've seen all day. But with 1 minute and 40 seconds left, she starts her descent onto these talons now. Very difficult, techie obstacle to look after in a solid amount of time. But it looks like Evelyn is still going pretty strong on this one. 1 minute and 25 seconds as she still has a solid grab on both the talons. Gonna eject the former one onto that hook, and she's got it. That was so close. But Evelyn Ardall pulls along, and she's got it.
That was fantastic. Of note there, looks like she is actually technically the first one to get through Christian Don't Bail. And now she is going to take on the Ice Hopper right here. Great pipe slider start to this obstacle. She is showing so much strength right now. And now she's got to get into this little cradle.
Here we
She
go.
does.
Gets it in. And
Wow.
immediately goes on to the second slider. This is a great thing that we are seeing so far, Sam. And with this dismount, she's going to make her way through onto the Kaleidoscope of Doom.
Finally, we get to see the final obstacle attempted here for our females in the mature kids division. Evelyn doing a fantastic job on this course right now. Let's see if she can keep it going. She's looking good.
This is good at the moment. Yes, she's gotten the ring grab. And just like that, we're going to have a first clear of the mature kid female division belonging to Evelyn Ardle.
That was an outstanding run right there. Did she even need a retry? I don't think she did. She had a perfect, clean run. She was so far ahead of the pace going on to Christian Don't Bail. She was the first one to really get through it and take on these last two obstacles, the Ice Hopper and the Kaleidoscope of Doom. And after watching her do it, you would think those are easy obstacles, but I promise you, they are not. She is just that talented.
Now then, we have 4 more females left to go. And with that comes Premier Series finalist slots. So, with every single runner, we're going to have one more person locked in for the finals. Mazzy Carroll is going to be coming along through, hoping to get one of those spots. But in order to do that, to get it fully cemented and confirmed, she has to beat Evelyn's time to the buzzer, which is quite a hard task considering what she's just done.
No kidding. Very difficult task. So Evelyn has done a great job of potentially securing a spot in the finals, but we're going to find out here. Mazzy right now working her way through Twist and Shout. And she is going to take a backswing here before the dismount, but she's got it.
Here she goes now, coming on to Venom, our boot scoot that we're seeing right now. Lovely stuff from Mazzy.
I think it's very hard to land that without falling over, I'm seeing. But now,
yeah, I've never seen anyone do like a boot scoot that's that big, landing on their feet and not having it like buckle your knees or anything like that.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. That's an insane landing. But right now, she's onto the rodeo whip. Mazzy holding on to that rope, eyeing up the transition. And beautiful execution there. Everyone seems to be getting that rodeo whip. It looks tough, though.
Moving along now, 2 minutes and a half.
And getting right to that wham right there. She's got to get a big hit there. I don't think she hit it quite the way she wanted to. There she goes. Now gonna take that ring, swing on back.
2 minutes and 10 seconds as she prepares herself to get ready for that dismount, which she has done. Mazzy's now in 4th place with no retries used. Very close to Evelyn's pace as well, who was the fastest to this point.
That is true. Now the question is, can she get through Heath Ledger? We've seen this obstacle do a lot of damage so far. The actor named obstacles seem to be quite the challenge today. Mazzy, though, she is getting onto that final ledge. Can she get her left hand on? Yes, she can.
So gets that dismount, but now we have 1 minute and 30 seconds left. She's a bit slower than Evelyn to this point, but that doesn't mean that she can't get a buzzer here. So Mazzy still on a very, very good pace to get through all of this course. 1 minute 20. She's trying her best to get up there onto those talons. Very difficult piece of equipment to properly utilize in competition. We haven't really seen them before until this season has commenced. But Mazzy pushing along through, gets that ring. Okay, I'm liking this.
All right, she's got to get through this fidget spinner. And then can she hook onto that last one? Oh, she's going to get stuck up.
Okay.
She still has both talons. Oh, she's trying to use both. No!
No! Just slips out, sadly. So that means she's going to have to try her best to do it second time around now. Her only retry she's allowed to use on this obstacle. She has another one for any of the future obstacles she wants to do in this run. We're going to have to wait and see.
That clock is ticking. She's down to 44 seconds. Mazzy right now getting through Christian Don't Bail. The question is, can she defeat this fidget spinner right here? She got hung up on it last time. She's going to hook into it again. But this is a very tough move right here. Oh, no, she slips off.
No, man, that was very, very close. Mazzy still did a very, very solid job on that course run there. You could see her. A lot of power and tech throughout the entirety of that course. But the talons, man, they are difficult. Don't get me wrong. but especially to have one in control at a different time when you're swinging through the air, one-handed, all different types of variables.
No kidding. This is such a tough course right here. So Evelyn has secured her spot in the Premier Series Finals as we now move on to the final three. Emily Wilkes up next, coming out of New Canaan, Kentucky. Oh, I did it again. Connecticut. With these two states, they're not even that close to each other.
Emily Wilkes coming out of Connecticut.
That's
what CT. I'm British and I'm better. Right.
Connecticut's closer to you.
You're actually really right. Oh, that's weird. It's basically the midpoint in between California and the UK, isn't it?
So, yeah.
So Emily now on an even faster pace than what we've seen before, trying to definitely get one of them clears. About 4.5 seconds ahead of Evelyn to this point now. Coming out of Stanford Ninja Academy, wants to be a bit careful moving on to that hook,
Nice.
Jams it in there and gets through.
Look at her go. She just doesn't want to stop right now. Very good pace. She knows, oh, a little slip right there. And that rope, you got to hold on to it with both hands. This is a dicey situation. Wow. This recovery is insane. Wow. How did she pull that off?
Here she goes, trying to get up. Okay, is she going to go for a skip?
What
She
in the
goes for a
world?
skip, and it works! Okay, new beta break for the rest of our competitors in the mature kids division. You don't need to actually do the skip.
Yeah.
I can see Noah Munit on the sideline. He's the king of beta breaking, and I think overall he's definitely like a bit proud of that one in real retrospect. So here goes Emily Wilkes, still ahead of the rest of the field by 6 seconds now, as she now comes along through onto the next few cliffs.
All right, Heath Ledger. She's getting a big swing right there. Great transfer over. And look at her pace. You know, she's still ahead of the pace right now, despite all of the issues she had on the rodeo whip. That skip definitely helped her out. And 10 seconds ahead of the pace as she moves on to Christian Don't Bail.
Here we go. Coming along through onto the talents. Still all the retries left. With that, Emily Wilkes is in the Premier Series Finals, guaranteed at least 4th with 2 more female competitors running. Hopefully she can try and get a clear here. It's definitely possible. She just needs to properly get that one-handed grip, and she has it locked on.
Wow.
That's brilliant. 90 seconds left for 2 obstacles. She's making very good time.
Oh, it just jumps right up to that bar, too. Not going to use the rope there. And now she's got to just salmon ladder it up almost. Okay, she's pipe sliding now to get it into that cradle. We saw Evelyn pull this off earlier. Can Emily join her? She's doing good so far.
Okay.
Get the
This
swing.
is very, very good at the minute. Gets onto that second slider. Still 17.4 seconds ahead of first place.
Yes.
Gets down there immediately. Very, very good sign for here for Emily. She's going to move on into the Kaleidoscope of Doom.
She is 18.4 seconds ahead of Evelyn right now and has a very good chance at earning the top spot if she gets through this. She's got to rotate these ledges right here. So far, she's doing good. She reaches across. Now can she get to those rings?
She's trying her best. Gets the grab on that ledge. 30
Emily.
seconds left. This is so close.
Come on.
Here she goes. Wants to get to that ring, but whiffs it. No! One more attempt for it, but she's so close. Gonna chalk up. Get ready for it, but this is gonna be a very, very difficult one. Come on.
6 seconds. She has no friendly clock working for her right now. She has to move very quick. 20 seconds. She's got to keep it going. And with rotating these ledges right here, it just takes up so much time. She's trying. She's going. Come on,
So
Emily.
close.
Go. No.
No, just the grip just gives out there for Emily. So close to the end of that course. Oh, man. She was so close. She had a very, very solid flow, a very fast time. That's going to be the top pace for the last couple of runners now.
No kidding.
But wow, that was a very, very solid run. No need for the rope on that obstacle
Yeah.
either. I'm seeing a lot of good progression.
That was an outstanding run. So strong, so much endurance right there. And just grip giving out on that Kaleidoscope of Doom. No shame in that. That was an incredible run. That puts her in second, so she is guaranteed a spot in the Premier Series Finals. But we have 2 females left to go.
This is going to be a big one. Our Canadian representative, Justine V. Samad, coming out of Iberville in Quebec. Here she moves. 17 competitions she's competed in throughout the past season. 3 minutes and a half as she makes her way through that slider and dismounts accordingly. We know what the top pace can be and that a clear is possible. Justine just needs to properly deliver it.
She needs to get as high as 3rd place right now to guarantee a spot. But right now, she is moving on to Chicken Little. Oh, loses her balance for a second, but she's able to keep going, and she hooks that ring like it's nothing. That was effortless.
Nice recovery. She now comes along into this rodeo with a couple seconds behind the fastest pace. She's going to go for a skip. Yes, she...
No!
Oh, no, just fails it backward. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Is she going to go for the skip again, or is she going to go for the intended rodeo rope beta? I think either of those ways could be possible right now.
Oh, she's eyeing up the rope. She's going to go for it. Nice. Very well done. Just kind of hooked it right onto the tip of that hook. But a
yes!
good correction. She is through and on to Wham.
Liking this at the minute. Here we go.
All right. Oh.
Doing solid, trying to get that pipe wedged outward.
There we go.
2 minutes and 15 seconds as she pushes back and forth on that ring. Hooks it in.
Great
But
control.
now immediately is going to try her best to push along forward, which she does. Gets to that dismount platform. Still has one more retry left to go.
Okay, on to Heath Ledger. This kind of crazy cliffhanger jump reverse grip is insane. But if you get enough swing, like she almost had it.
Oh, mate. Oh, she was so close, but now she has no more retries left. She needs to take a minute to breathe. Get ready for the second time around. Here we go. This is going to be very, very important for her run. Final opportunity to get past these obstacles.
Come on, Justine. Come on. You can do this. Yes, she catches
Yes,
the ledge.
okay. She's got it, but this is the harder part. Needs to get a good grip on that little hold there. Justine B. Samad. Getting to that final ledge. I was just going to go for that dismount immediately. She's going to go for the dismount and gets it.
All right, that puts her in 4th place currently. So she is on the bubble, but she can escape that bubble if she gets through Christian Don't Bail. These talons have been so tricky, and she does not have any more retries.
Moving along here to just under a minute. Having a bit of trouble trying to get the momentum sorted with the talons, but she redeems it. But she hasn't caught it on second time around on the hook there. She just needs to try and get it. Both of the talons are hooked in. Is she going to go for an early dismount? It looks like she's going to try to, and she has got it!
That was awesome, and that puts her into 3rd place, so she has secured her spot in the Premier Series Finals. Mazzy now on the bubble, but can Justine take it even further? She's down to 27 seconds. Let's see if she can at least get through the ice hopper.
Let's go. Okay, here she goes. Gonna start her journey on the pipe slider. Time is ticking, though. I don't know if it's going to be enough for a clear, but she's definitely still going to try and push through to get past this obstacle.
Yes.
Moves along this slider. One more dismount. She's got it. Okay, she's made it through, but time is going to run out right before the kaleidoscope is going to be attempted. But Justine B. Samad is in the Premier Series Finals now.
That was awesome. She had to use up both of her retries there and then was able to get through Christian Don't Bail in one shot with an amazing skip. One of those retries was right here on the rodeo whip where she tried to go for the skip early on. It didn't work out. But either way, she persevered, kept pushing through, wasn't able to hit the buzzer, but still getting through that ice hopper, beating 10 obstacles on this challenge course. That is still a huge success.
Indeed, it is. This is going to be such a big decider here. Taya Kelly was our fastest finisher on the placement course from earlier. She was the Premier Series champion for last year's Mature Kids division for the females. She placed second at the NSC Youth Finals as well in 2025. Was also the champion for the New England Regionals last year too. So she's got a lot of power behind each of her titles. The fun socks flaring along through this challenge course right now, and she's making very good time, even faster than the paces we've seen before.
Yep, and now for this obstacle. Look at that. Perfect landing. 10 out of 10. Just sticks the landing right there on Venom. Now Chicken Little grab that ring. She goes right for it. Look at this. She's got a great pace going right now onto Rodeo Whip. What decision will she make? Oh, she's looking at that skip, I think. Oh, she switches her idea.
She's going to go intended. Okay, solid. I think she just had that plan and relied on it and trusted it. Great stuff. And even then, she's still 11 seconds ahead of everybody else. So this is a great way.
Now let's see if she can get wham here. It's all about the angle you hit this at. If she can just get a nice solid push, that's all you need right there. This is a masterclass right now.
Yeah, just taking like no time whatsoever to rest or anything. She just has that natural, raw ability to push on through here at the Vitality Premier Series. And this is exactly what we like to see from our top athletes in the top 25% of our league here. From everyone, 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Taya is already in the Premier Series finals. But regardless, she's going to have to try her best to pull along through if she wants to get a clear and subsequently first place, possibly.
I want to see a buzzer right here from our top placement course finisher. She is looking amazing right now. You know, the speed at which she's doing these obstacles is helping her save a little bit of grip strength for later. And that will come in huge for obstacles like the Kaleidoscope of Doom. But right now, she is on to the Ice Hopper and 16 seconds ahead of the pace.
Pushing through here on the pipe slider.
Oh, look at that.
So much confidence in the movements as well. You can tell that she has definitely got the ability to go far. Immediately dismounts, and she is by far our fastest non-finisher. 29.5 seconds ahead of everyone else to this point. Definitely in a very solid place to get the top time now.
This is what it comes down to. We saw Emily Wilkes have a little bit of an issue on this obstacle. She couldn't quite get to the ring, but now... can she reach over and grab that ledge? Yes, she's got the upper ledge. And if she can get this ring, I think she's got it. Come on.
Look at that. Coming on through just under a minute left. And she makes the dismount and is our fastest clear of the day so far. That coming in with 2 minutes and 47.64 seconds. I am very much impressed by that.
That was outstanding. She was so in control on every obstacle. And sometimes you say slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Well, in her case, fast was smooth and smooth was also fast. So she just kept on moving throughout that entire course. And it's so amazing when you see your final runner succeed like that. That is why she was the final one to go. She had the best placement course run and the best challenge course run. So way to go, Taya Kelly, Evelyn Ardell, Emily Wilkes, and Justine Samard all moving on to the Premier Series Finals.
Very, very happy with that one. Well done to Taya, Evelyn, Emily, and Justine for making it through. But now we turn the attention over to our mature kid male division. 17 athletes, going to be whittled down to only 4. With the first athlete being Xander Lipton. Sadly went out the earliest on the placement course. But to be fair, that early obstacle where you had to run up the warped wall and go straight onto that bar was a bit of a menace. Took out a lot of people.
It sure did, yeah. We saw Ninja after Ninja go out there, so it really just came down to how fast you even got there. So Xander, the slowest one to that point. But that doesn't mean anything. He can still put on a show here on this challenge course. This is what it all comes down to.
Right. Okay. Big deal out here. Starting out our mature kid male division. Definitely one of the most populated divisions in the entirety of the WNL. We get to the point where like a bunch of people in the younger side of the generation start seeing stuff like the sport and the TV shows and everything like that. They want to try it out for themselves, become professionals at this particular age, around 9, 10 years old. And this is where they can really capitalize on taking on the world stages like this one that we have right here at Vitality.
Yeah, what in the world was I doing at 9? Because it wasn't this.
Absolutely, Mara. I was only daydreaming of doing this.
I think I was just learning how to ride a skateboard like Chicken Little.
Okay. Xander Lipton. But then we're going to be ending out with our fastest clear that we had on the placement course. It is Spencer Latender coming through out of Westport, Massachusetts. Height of 4'9", wingspan of 4'9", one of the fastest competitors we've seen all day. He's coming out of Vitality as well. So our final runner of the day for the Mature Kids division is going to be coming in hot right here once it's time for him to run. Very, very exciting time knowing him from Vitality. We have a lot to prove here for all 17 of our competitors here. They all desperately want a spot in the Premier Series final since it's so close to Ascend and Vitality being in the same state. Is going to be a very, very tough one to go for.
Yeah, I'm just getting a little behind the scenes prep work going on right now, making sure that everything on this course is set up and ready to go so that we can see Xander be the first of our males to take on this challenge course. Hopefully, you know, not icing him. He's the first up, so he's gonna get. He got to see all the females take on this course, so he definitely knows what this course is gonna be like, and he's off.
Xander Lipton off and running, having a bit of trouble getting a bit of a flow going, but regardless, he's moving along through, representing the Grit Ninja out here. Xander Lipton, very, very powerful moves here. Gonna immediately swing on down and dismount. Very solid move so far, coming in 3:20 as he gears himself up for the crooked sideways board to start things out, and then these trapezes.
Xander, very well done. He's going to move on to Venom, our first male to take on this obstacle. Oh, kind of drops there a little bit on him, but he's able to stick the landing. Very well done. Now for Chicken Little. Oh, no, he stumbled.
Oh, no, just trips over, it looks like. Sadly, going to have to use this first retry right here. So hopefully, he's able to push along through. This is going to be big. 2 minutes and 55. Needs to gear himself up for a big jump here.
Oh!
And no, just over. Oh, man, you can see, not very happy with that one. It seemed like he just pushed back a bit too hard on that skateboard. And sadly, that's going to be one and done on the Chicken Little, sadly, starting things out for the Mature Kids male division.
Hey, it is a very difficult obstacle. You got to stay in control. You got to have the balance. And even when you jump off of it like that, it's going to kick out behind you. So you really have to generate force in the right direction so that you keep your balance. But now we're going to move up to Derek Saraceno from Middlefield, Connecticut.
Here we go. Derek, his favorite obstacle is the TikTok. He wasn't able to take it on due to his run being cut short. Let's hope that this run isn't cut short either. He's coming out of Ninja Mania right now. He loves to send it and fly through the air, so obstacles like this should be pretty fun for him. Derek, dismounting immediately. Love it.
He loves to look out for those beta slips, so you're going to think maybe if he gets to that rodeo whip, he'll try to go for that skip that we saw. Only, I think, 1 or 2 of the females were able to pull off, but he also qualified for the Premier Series in 2025, so he's trying to go back-to-back.
He's doing a very, very solid job at this so far, Derek Saraceno. Bit of a slower and calculated approach, but it's still good. Now we've just seen Xander Lipton go out on this skateboard. Let's see how Derek's going to fare. His turn now.
He's got a couple of siblings
push
that are
along
competing.
that block.
Let's
Needs
see.
to grab that ring, immediately jump up, and he has it. Nice, a very, very big jump up.
All right, let's see some beta right here. What you got, Derek? He's going to get on up to that rodeo whip, grabs onto the rope. He's eyeing up the transfer here. Yes, way to go. Good catch right there on that rope. Now he's swinging for the dismount. Got to get your swing going in the right direction, and Derek is through, and he is going to take on Wham. Got to get up this rope first. He climbs up the rope and reaches out to that first ring right there. Can he grab onto this little boulder? He's got it. Now he just got to push that over. Not a very good push on the first try. He's just kind of smacking it. You really want to
Yeah, he's
line
not
it
getting
up.
too much power onto it. He needs to try and get it second time around here.
Oh.
pushing it forward, but I don't know if it's still enough. He needs to like just have a bit more force on it. He's got a little short-term push,
Oh.
but it looks like it's enough to just fit it in anyway. There we go. He knew what was good for him, and 1 minute left on the clock now, and he's got it. Yes,
Wow.
dismounts accordingly.
Hasn't used the retry yet, but he's only down to a minute 18 here as he moves on to Heath Ledger. He's onto that first ledge. Let's see if he can pull this off. Oh,
Gets
no.
to the cliff. Oh, but sadly isn't able to get it on his first try. He's still got an extra attempt here. He's got 1 minute and 4 seconds left, chalking up. Derek just needs a bit more power in his swing, and I think he should be okay to take things on right here. Here he goes. Second time around. Seems like the people who get this obstacle on their second try tend to just get it successfully. Let's see if it can happen for Derek right here. Second time, he's nearly had it. The grip just gave out.
Wow, he got so much momentum right there. That was a wonderful swing out of Derek, and he did a great job getting up to that point. He didn't have any retries that used before Heath Ledger. He looked very comfortable on every single one of these obstacles. Look at this one-hand catch on the ring right there. Gets the second hand up afterwards, but it was a fantastic run. He got hung up a little bit on Wham, but right here just didn't quite have the grip for it.
Very, very close there, though. Did a very, very solid job of getting past a few of the obstacles that we haven't seen yet in the kid male division. But now we're moving along on to Nicholas Housen, coming out of Norwood, Massachusetts now. He is a 10-year-old multi-sport athlete with Ninja at the heart of everything that he does. When he's not conquering obstacles on the Ninja course, you'll find him on the soccer field or football field if you're a Brit, competing for his town team, or on the wrestling mat where he competes both locally and with a club. He brings the same grit and determination to every single sport he takes on. When he's off the course, Nicholas is all about staying active, whether that's cruising around on his bike or scooter or unwinding with his favorite video games. He's the kind of kid who loves to move, compete, and have fun doing it. The 2025 season has been tough for him, though, when he had a shoulder injury that cut his year short and kept him from competing at regionals in 2025. But that ultimately just fueled his drive to go even further on into this season. Now he's healthy, hungry, and ready to show the WNL what he is made of out here in Premier Series. I'm hyped for him to get a move on here. Let's go, Nicholas.
You know, the English came up with the term soccer, but either
Did
way.
they really?
Yeah. Although, I think your point still stands. Nicholas, though, he is on to giddy up right now. Getting some big swings right here. He doesn't want to take this dismount for granted because this is a very tricky part of this obstacle. You don't want to make a mistake here. The swing is so hard.
But Nicholas is just okay. Tactical retry. You don't want to be hanging on there for too long. So I think it's just yeah, basically. So it's good of him to save a bit as Nicholas Housen is getting ready to push on through on these crab claws.
All right, he's getting that swing again. Oh, he kind of drops that claw a little late in the game there. But now, can he get it? Yes.
Yes. Nicholas Housen doing a very, very solid job at the minute. Made it past the second obstacle.
Right now, twist and shout. You got to go in all sorts of different directions here. All these angled trapeze bars. But Nicholas just having a kind of a tough time generating swing right here. Gonna take another back swing and goes to the dismount. He's got it. He's on to Venom. This is a one swing pony right here. You only get one shot. He's gonna go for it, and a nice landing there. Hopefully that didn't hurt.
You can see a lot of power and precision out of these young ninjas out here. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. He's eyeing up that hook. Oh, no! Just sadly wasn't able to get it. Nicholas Housen, second time already used up both of his retries, so he's going to have to try his best to get it second time around.
That hook is swinging a little bit right now. So he's going to have to be extra accurate on Chicken Little. All right, he kind of backs up a little bit. Now he's going to step forward. He goes for the jump. No!
No! Oh my goodness, that's unfortunate there. Nicholas sadly down and out second time around on the Chicken Little right there, sadly, but still did a very, very solid job overall on the early parts of the course. Was able to get past the second obstacle right there, the giddy up. But sadly, that's going to be him down and out for the comp. But now we're moving on to the final 14 with Caden McKenna coming along second up. Now McKenna was moving through very, very fast on the placement course from earlier, but sadly just slipped up. So let's see how he can fare second time around here on this challenge course.
Rounding first right now. Now on to second. And by second, I mean giddy up. He's going to hook into that second horseshoe right there. Grabs this third one. And this dismount is everything. But Caden just demolishes it.
Oh, look at him go. He's trying his best to just pop through everything as fast as he can to get a lead going. And he's got a 9-second lead going. Jumps up immediately to that boot scoot and is now 12 seconds ahead.
That is very impressive. And look at how fast he gets a huge run up on the Chicken Little. He's going to jump for it. He's got the hook. He is on to the rodeo whip.
I am loving this at the moment. Trying his best to push on through. 3 minutes left on the clock. He's going to go for the intended beta and gets it without a problem. Age 10 coming out of Plymouth, Massachusetts. He's competed 14 times throughout the regular season, using that experience to good use out here on our Vitality Challenge course.
Look at the speed he's got. 42 seconds ahead of the fastest pace right now. And now he's on the wham, but he's got to get that thing over. It's a little stuck. I hope he brought a can of WD-40. No, he's able to do it.
Yes, mate. Caden McKenna immediately in first place, 63 seconds ahead of everybody else. We could be getting a clear with this type of speed.
No kidding. And the confidence he has, he's got all sorts of strength going on. He is displaying just how talented he is right now. And Caden is through Heath Ledger and onto his counterpart in the Dark Knight, Christian Don't Bail.
Caden, I'm pushing through pretty steadily at the moment.
Oh,
just misses that ring though, but he has the capabilities to stay calm and get it. No, he ejects it.
Oh no, there's a great correction.
Oh, but he's got it third time. Okay, he's got it. Lovely stuff.
Oh,
but now the fidget spin is giving him trouble. But now he recovers it. He's able to get a solid backswing and gets onto that hook immediately while it drops down. And now he's on through. 1 minute and 30 seconds left for the pipe sliders.
I have no idea how he managed to keep going there on Christian Don't Bail. That was so impressive. But now the ice hopper, second to last obstacle, and he just breezes right through it.
Come on. Okay, Caden McKenna. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. Moving along up to the Kaleidoscope of Doom. This is a difficult one, but he is in first place currently. If he gets this clear, that's a very good sign for him as we move on in closer to the run order, where we have some of the fastest athletes in the entirety of the Mature Kids division worldwide. So here goes Caden McKenna, trying to be one of those fast kids, and he definitely already is, but getting that buzzer will just help. No, he slips!
Oh, he had it with the right hand, tried to get the left hand over and just missed the grip a little bit, causing him to slip off. Caden still has about 44 seconds left to get from this rope to the buzzer. Can he get his revenge right here? This is it. Oh, tries to reach up pretty early.
Here we go.
His grip strength
One
has
more
got
attempt.
to be feeling
Time
it.
is ticking, but I can't help but feel like the grip is starting to go. He's been hanging on all these obstacles for quite a long time. But Caden McKenna now,
come on,
so close
keep
to just
pushing.
getting through.
Reach
Come
over.
on.
He's
Trying to find it, but can't get it. Caden McKenna's down, man. Oh, that was unfortunate there. He was moving the fastest. Had like over a 70-second lead at some point.
Yeah, that was an outstanding run. Caden looked so clean throughout that entire course. Every obstacle, what blew my mind was Christian Don't Bail. He was so clean on everything up until then, and he just stayed composed, had to rehook those talons like 5 different times, and somehow managed to make it work. But Caden is going to take the top spot for now. We'll see how long he stays there at number 1 because we have Braden Powers up next.
Right, okay. We've just seen that it is basically possible. We didn't see a buzzer, but we just need to see the perseverance out of all of the remaining mature kid males out here. This is going to be a very, very big deal for all of these guys. Let's see if Braden Powers is able to carry the torch over to the buzzer. He's 4'11" in both height and wingspan. This is where he moves. He was first place overall at Worlds for the stages overall in Season 9 in 2024 for the kids division. He was second for World Champion, Premier Series, and the Strongest Ninja. And last year for Season 10, he was the point leader for the first New England All-Stars comp and then the first New England head-to-head regionals. He was first place for both of those and did second place on Stage 3 at Worlds and fourth for Strongest Ninja. Season 11, which was this year here in 2026, he was first place for the New England All-Stars and for the mature kids here. He also plays basketball. Got a perfect score in his maths MCAS 2025 and competes in Ninja. And he got the skip. What? Okay, I was just reading the bio there. It's so fast, 6.7 seconds ahead.
Yeah, he got the skip on the rodeo whip there. No rope really needed. That was awesome.
Solid
Braden.
stuff so far.
Oh, interesting.
Braden having a tiny bit of trouble here.
I haven't seen that before.
But he's got it.
Braden onto Heath Ledger. Come on. Let's see if all the math skills work out here. He's crunching the numbers. He knows how long to grab onto each ledge, how many swings he needs. Come on, Braden, get through this. Yes,
yes, he
Christian
does.
Bale. Now,
This
we saw Caden beat this, but it took him so long. So Braden has a great opportunity to really get ahead of the pace here.
This is a great thing that we are seeing right now. Here we go. Here we
Very
move.
clean.
2 minutes left. He's got the immediate
Oh
grab
my
down and
goodness.
dismounts. He's so 22-second lead now. Braden Powers. We're already starting to see clears in like the midpoint of this challenge course. This is a very good sign. He's linking the sliders.
Wow.
Look at that. Now he's in first. 29.5 seconds ahead of everyone. Very good opportunity. Because he's gone faster, he spent less time hanging, which means he has a bigger opportunity to keep the endurance for this obstacle.
Come on, Braden. You got to reach over. He's got it. Can he get the second hand? Yes. If he can get to that ring, I think it's going to be a buzzer. Braden,
Here we
catches
go.
it.
Yes. He's got it, pushes back, and Braden Powers is the first Mature Kids male clear of the weekend. What a hype moment. Oh my goodness. We have a look at that again. He was so fast and so effortless.
That was amazing. I mean, you could see it on his face after he cleared. It was nonchalant. But that skip on the rodeo whip, that clean Christian don't bail execution right there, it was so perfect, hooking on each and every one of those talons. The ice hopper was beautiful. And there we have our first buzzer for the male Mature Kids.
Insanely good. I'm very, very happy with how that one went. But now we move along onto Logan Kaselka, coming out of West Warwick in Rhode Island. Trains at Ascend Marlborough. Gavin Obi on the sideline. We're going to be having the finals location at Ascend Marlborough. He qualified at Ascend Kingston last year for the Premier Series comp that happened around this time last year. But here he goes. He brings his brother Brady and his mum and dad to all of his comps, going to be supporting him from the sideline out here, and so are all of us out here in the Vitality building. And look at him go.
Wow, very clean through the first 3 obstacles. Now he is on to Venom. Good leg lift there, and Logan moves on to Chicken Little. Now we have seen a couple of issues on this obstacle before him. Can he get this hook right here? No!
No! Just isn't able to, sadly. It looks like his, he just kind of knocked it out of place there. Gonna have to make sure it's all controlled now. Logan with the green hair flowing across the course.
Green hair,
Second
just like
time
that board.
lucky, hopefully. Here we go.
Come on, big jump.
Massive hop,
There
and he
it
gets
is.
it! Nice! He almost didn't get it, though, due to the fact that the ring was kind of like... It's a really weird thing to describe, but the front part of the ring was like basically almost hitting it out of contention, but Logan was able to control it well, and he's controlling his... No! Is he fine? Yeah, he was... Okay, he made it through. He was able to pass the front plane.
My goodness, that was a close call right there on the rodeo whip. Now Logan onto Wham. Let's see if he can get this bar across in one move. That's how you do it right there. I love the technique.
Here he goes. This is big. Coming along through, and he gets the dismount. He has utilized only one retry so far, but he still has one more left to go if he needs it on these next 4 obstacles, but they are the hardest out of the entire course.
Come on, Logan. Get a big swing right here. This is a big transfer, but he catches it. Now he's got to make his way over to this final ledge right here. He's got to hold on to this little top hat thing. And then can he grab onto that ledge? Wow, look at that. Beautiful.
Good stuff there from Logan. This is very, very solid at the minute. 1 minute and 35 seconds left as Logan pushes along through.
He's got his
very,
talons.
very exciting time.
Second talon. A little bit of a swing there. The third one. This one spins. He's going to rotate around. Catches that fourth one. Now for the fidget spinner. He's going with the left hand kind of facing outward. And it works out perfectly.
Come on. Okay. Here goes Logan. 1 minute and 5 seconds left. He's immediately pushing that bar forward. Needs to be careful that it doesn't slide off the track. But look at him go. You can see Logan has a solid opportunity to get a buzzer here. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this competition, we have the entire 5 on the leaderboard just be buzzers on the bottom there of the screen. So we're going to see if Logan's able to get it. He's got 45 seconds and a retry if needed.
That retry could be huge here, except for the fact that he only has 38 seconds.
No, dude, he just misses it. Okay,
Better
38 seconds. I think he needs it. There's enough time to do it. It's good that he used the retry early, as you say. But here he goes. The grip might be starting to be taxed a little bit more now. So here goes Logan. Needs to get it this time in order to get that buzzer.
Oh, the grip. He's feeling it. Those arms are just pumped right now, but he's hanging on. Can he reach across? He's got to swing.
Trying his best to push through. 15 seconds. Careful. Gets on the cliff. He recovers it. Here he goes. Needs to link it to the ring. And no! Oh, dude, did you see that recovery? Did you see that with your own 2 eyes?
I can't believe it. I did, and I still can't believe it. Logan had such a great run. He actually had an early slip-up on Chicken Little, but after that, he had a flawless run moving through every single obstacle, but still right here on this Kaleidoscope of Doom, that was insane. I think even our cameraman couldn't believe what they were seeing. So, way to go, Logan. I know it wasn't a clear, but either way, that was a spectacular showing.
Oh, wow. Okay. I am very, very interested in how the rest of this field will go now. We now have Grayson Balzotti pushing along through. I think he was the fellow who had one of the greatest saves I have seen in Premier Series, where he had one hand on the I think it was the dragon head, and then he just proceeded to fail the throwback on the placement course from earlier. So Grayson now hoping to get an even better result. We've already seen a clear. We've seen 2 people get to the final obstacle, but now Grayson is trying to keep up with the rest of that field.
So far, so good. He's been doing Ninja since 4 years old. He also loves designing his own courses. So if he's got a creative mind, then he should fit right in with a lot of these creative obstacles. He's looking at that skip.
Okay. Yes, he goes for that skip. Still on pace with a bunch of the other competitors that he's got going for him right here. 4'6", wingspan of 4'3". He started Ninja while he was 4 years old.
Nice
so much
push.
experience there as he's now 9 for the season. But he's pushing through. Look at this guy go. This is very solid pace, even faster than the rest of the field.
Grayson looking up at Heath Ledger right now. Let's see this first ledge. You just got to get a nice big swing here so you can leap across to the other ledge. And Grayson's got it. Made it look easy. Now I just got to swing on over to that final ledge here. Left hand is on. Right hand is on. And he is off and on to the next obstacle. Christian, don't bail.
Here we go. Big one here. Still no retries used yet. And this is one of the best places to have that stat, essentially. So here he goes. Grayson Balzotti pushes through onto that ring. 1 minute 50. Pushes back. Trying to get a solid backswing. Facing that final hook, which he's got. Pushes it down. And now he's pushing forward onto the pipe slide. 100 seconds left. Such a good time.
Let's see it, Grayson. He's going to jump up to that bar. The ice hopper. Nice and slick. Just got to slide that bar across, and he is making it look effortless right now. Can he get through the kaleidoscope of doom? He's going to chalk up. Got to get those hands nice and ready for all of this hanging he's about to have to do off of these not that big ledges.
Right. Okay, here he goes. It's a big one. Kaleidoscope has been the killer today. Oh, careful. It's a bit crooked at the minute, but he evens it out, Grayson.
Wow.
And immediately links to the ring with a minute left. Grayson Balzotti gets down and is hitting the buzzer in second place.
2 minutes, 47 seconds. He punches that buzzer. That was an outstanding run from Grayson Balzotti right there. He looked so clean, so smooth. Wasn't going overly fast, but he did everything that he needed to do to make sure he reached the buzzer. He was in such great control. A great display of grip strength, especially later on that kaleidoscope of doom. And that is exactly how we get our second buzzer for the male mature kids.
Now then, this is big now because we have 10 athletes left to go. And with that, we are now into our athletes that cleared the placement course earlier. So with that all kept in mind, I don't know how the rest of this course is going to go, but we still have so much more talent. We have Killian coming up next. Killian Gerard.
It's going to be crazy.
Pounds. I mean, going to be getting ready to go. It is going to be crazy. Coming out of Yarmouth, Rhode Island. Pushes back on that big horseshoe. Can he get the dismount immediately? Yes.
All right, Killian on to twist and shout. We haven't seen much of an issue with this obstacle so far. Let's see if he can keep this clean record on it right now. And he does. Now he's going to climb on up to Venom.
Pushes along through, trying to reach up. And he's very, very solid. 3 minutes left to go as he scurries along onto Chicken Little.
Can I just ask, how tall is that warped wall in the background? That thing was massive. But either way...
Yeah, I think that's the mega wall that they train on. It's probably about 18.5 feet, probably. The same that it is probably on the show.
Good lord.
But Killian Gerard still pushing on through very well.
Let's see what technique he goes for here.
Is he going to go for the intended or is he going to go for the skip? He's grabbing the rope.
Nice.
But he's going to eye up the platform. Probably, and he's reaching very, very low on the rope, so he's probably just going to push off with a large extension in his legs. And he can't get it! Okay, interesting.
Yeah, not the best execution on that skip right there. Let's see if he can make up for it. I wonder if he switches back to the intended strategy here. Wouldn't be surprised.
Moving along.
Come on. He's got to get this.
Okay.
Yes!
Oh, no! Okay, yes. Okay, I thought he missed it for a second, but he's grabbing very, very low. Needs to stay here. Just under 2 minutes. Needs to center himself to where the platform is. He's kind of got it now. Just needs to power through, and he's got it through. Okay, Killian now needs to push along through the rest of these obstacles. He's still got a retry left as he comes along into Wham.
Let's see what kind of hit he can get here. He's got to climb up, grab onto that ring, then the boulder. But we have seen this obstacle really comes down to how well you're able to move this pipe through to the other side. Let's see it. Oh, it doesn't budge at all. Second try. Much better.
Okay,
is that enough room?
Careful. He's got 1 minute and 15 seconds. He needs to push back to try his best.
Come on.
Yes. Okay.
And
Gets
he gets
down
through
onto
it.
that platform, but he overspills.
Oh,
It looks
no.
like he's gonna have to utilize
Yeah.
okay, so that was his retry there. He has no more attempts after this obstacle here, so he really needs to push along through and get as far as he can. I don't know if he can clear within 55 seconds now that he's on the 4th to last obstacle, but it's still going to be quite a tough one. Let's see how he can fare.
Let's see if his grip strength holds up. He's been hanging on for a long time.
No!
No!
Just isn't able to carry through. Killian Gerard sadly goes out there. Our track athlete sadly just goes down on one of the upper body gauntlets.
It was a great effort. He looked really good early on this course. Very smooth, but then he had his first mistake right there on the rodeo whip, trying to go for the skip. Spent a long time holding on wham and just couldn't quite catch that second ledge, but still very well done from Killian Gerard. Now we will move on to Liam Bollender.
This is going to be a big one here. We now are in the final 9. Liam, next up, is a very smart, dedicated athlete who has grown so much in his second year. His favorite food is pizza. His favorite TV show is Stranger Things. His favorite obstacle is the TikTok. He is here with his family, his mum and dad, who are very proud of him, and his little sister, Merrin, who is thriving in her first year with a big brother on the team. Let's see how Liam can fare coming out of Marston's Hills in Massachusetts. Doing a very solid job so far. Oh, no, the sideways.
He just didn't get that, I think, the right hand over to the other side. He needs to catch both sides of it at the same time. Let's see if he slows it down a little bit. Be accurate with your hands here. He's going to hold on with one hand. There we go. Good catch. Much better. Liam, there we go. He is through Twist and Shout. Now for Venom. A big swing right here. We have not seen anyone need a retry here. Whoa!
Whoa!
What is happening?
That was a large swing. I didn't know if that was even possible.
That was so
Here he
cool.
moves.
That's not how it was supposed to be, but that was cool.
That was way too high than what I expected. That was kind of insane. But now here he moves on to Chicken Little now. Wants to try his best to push it through.
I really like his socks. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're going to say he's good. And now he's going to move on to Rodeo Whip. Grabbing both ends of that rope right there so it doesn't slip out. He is looking at the dismount platform right now. Now he looks at the hook, and he's going to hook it. Now he's got to readjust his swing.
Very solid job right here from Liam using the intended beta on the rodeo. 2 minutes now as he pushes along through.
Oh.
Is he fine? No, he didn't get on the platform.
Oh, my goodness. All right, Liam's going to need his second and final retry here. No more retries. He's got to be perfect from here on out. Currently sitting in 7th place. Let's see if he can pull something off here. It's really hard to redirect your swing after you catch on with this rope. Let's see if Liam can get his body under control. See, he's swinging side to side. He's trying to go straight on. There we go.
Nice. Okay, Liam Belinda now. Age 9. Getting himself set up for the wham, but he's got no more retries usable after this. So he's just going to have to pull on through each of these obstacles one at a time perfectly with the amount of time that he has left.
No real movement there on wham. He's going to have to give it a second tap here. There we go. Much better. Now let's see if he can hook that ring onto it. Good hook. He's got to be careful with this dismount. He can't overshoot it. Perfectly done.
This has been a difficult one, though, because he's been up in the air for quite a while, particularly on the obstacles that he's had to retry. Is the cliffhanger going to be nice to him? It looks like it is so far. With 55 seconds, he's still popping along through, trying his best to get it through here. And he's gotten through it. 50 seconds left now as he makes his way onto this very, very difficult talent obstacle, otherwise known as Christian Don't Bail. Nice, here he goes. Almost has that ring. It's coming along through. On the spinner now. It's difficult to get it. Oh, but the talon just rims that ring at the bottom.
He catches back onto the other one.
He doesn't have enough height. I think he needs to just pull up on the talon, but he's down. Sadly, Liam Belinda down and out on the talons right there. So close.
Still a very strong run right there. I mean, we've seen some insane things here, but either way, Liam did spend a lot of time on a lot of these obstacles. Had to use a retry right here on the rodeo whip, which is very tough. And the more time you spend hanging on to these obstacles, the more that grip just wears down. And that's exactly what you saw at the end there with Christian Don't Bail. But still, such an amazing run. Great job, Liam. I look forward to seeing what he's got to bring in the future.
This is how we go out here. So we have 8 more competitors left in half of the run order left now. We're going to be seeing who goes through to the Premier Series Finals very soon. PJ Ticey started Ninja in 2015. He's 10 years old, so that means he's been doing Ninja literally since he was born, basically. Coming out of Ninja Mania, he enjoys climbing and swinging on anything he can find. He once bottle fed an abandoned baby iguana for 2 days before realizing iguanas don't drink milk. And the iguana was still grateful.
I wonder if the iguana...
We'll take what we can get.
Yeah, no kidding. Right now he's on the venom and he gets through it easily. He also likes debating semi-complicated mathematical concepts in regards to the circumference of a bubble impacting speed and height. Oh, no. Let's see if the math can help him out here. He's going to have to reanalyze how he jumps off of that little skateboard right there. Chicken Little, such a tough obstacle. It has taken out some really talented ninjas. Oh, he's going to ride it on his legs right there. There we go. Better hook.
Good. Very, very solid stuff there. PJ making his way up onto this wall here. Is he going to use it? Here he goes. Yes. Okay. Gets the intended bit and not a problem.
All right, good swing off right there. He is moving quickly on to Wham. You know, only 20 seconds behind, 19.3 seconds behind the pace. That's not terrible considering he had to use that one redo. So let's see if he can get that thing across. He's going to go back for the ring. And with one hit, looks like he's going to be able to pull it off.
Here he goes. He's got 2 minutes and 15 seconds as he makes the dismount. Still has got a retry left to go in the tank for our challenge course at Vitality Obstacle Fitness. Just over 2 minutes now as he pushes along through, trying to get the momentum for the cliffhanger.
Nice.
He's got it.
He just zipped across right there. He turned into the Flash with how fast he transferred over. Now PJ looking for that dismount. He's got it. Christian Don't Bail. He's going to have to get through this obstacle and the ice hopper as well if he wants to crack the top 4. It is a tough competition right now. The top 4 are going to absolutely have earned it because, my goodness, this is a tough set of obstacles here.
Here he goes. He's got a minute and a half left. He barely gets that ring on with that talon. Now he's trying to set out that fidget spinner lache or reach out depending on how it goes. He's got the reach and he pulls it down.
All
with
right.
a minute and 20 seconds left. PJ is going to keep on moving forward.
He needs to get through this if he wants a shot at the top 4. He still has time for a clear here. Let's see it, PJ. He's up onto the ice hopper, gliding across very nicely. Now into the cradle and right back out of it. He is going to go for the dismount. And now for the last obstacle. He is still in 5th place by only 1.5 seconds, essentially, which means that his only chance at cracking the top 4 is reaching that buzzer.
Here we go. 40 seconds left to move here on the Kaleidoscope of Doom. We could be seeing our 3rd clear of the day. He's gotten onto that thicker edge at the top. Probably one more backswing needed for that ring Lashane. He's got it. PJ Ticey is pulling along through. We still have a long way to go for the end of the lineup, but PJ hits the buzzer.
Wow, that was awesome. You know, he kind of took his time a little bit throughout this course. Wasn't the fastest, but my goodness, after having to use one of his retries early on, I mean, he just absolutely demolished the rest of the course and got that buzzer. That was an excellent run out of PJ Ticey right there. You love to see it.
This is still going to be a very, very difficult order for all of our athletes now. That we have 7 left, including our next competitor right here, Avon Costello. And they basically need to clear if they want to qualify for the Premier Series Finals. It's going to be a race to the buzzer.
Yeah, that's what you like to see. You want to earn it? reach that buzzer. Avon right now moving on to twist and shout. He's going to reach out, grabs both sides of that ledge. Look at him, just like Tarzan going through that obstacle right there.
Look
Wow.
at him go. Avon doing a very solid job here. 3 minutes and 10 seconds as he prepares for the boot scoot and gets along down onto the mat as he pushes through.
Time for Chicken Little. Let's see if he can ride the skateboard. Got to grab that ring. He's going to step forward. He leaps forward, and he's got the hook. Now for the rodeo whip. What does he want to do here?
Is he going to go for the skip? He's looking at the hook, so probably the intended bit is going to be what he does, and it is. Okay. Trying to face that block as best as he can now. And he has got it, and now he's going to be jogging along over to the wham.
He's going to climb up on that rope. Got to grab onto that first ring. Now the little boulder. Can he get that wham across? Oh, is that going to be enough? I think it might be. And Avon is moving on.
He's got the perfect dismount. Still on a very solid pace here. Both his retries still in tow. Seems like we've got a very consistent setup from all of our athletes here. They're all getting through to the end of this course around the final 4 obstacles around the same time. It's just a matter of fact as how many retries they need to use.
He's hanging on with that right hand right there. Finally gets over to that last ledge. Now just has to go for this angled dismount, and he is on to Christian Don't Bail. This is a big one right here. We've seen some struggles with this early on, but we've also seen a lot of our ninjas figure it out. They're starting to get a good technique here and get a good grasp on how exactly to hook these talons in. Avon right now, he's got that 4th talon. Now the fidget spinner. Left hand facing outward. We saw that work earlier. Can he hook this last talon? Yes, he can. He goes right off.
Okay, nice. He matched with that final talon there, and he was able to properly get it cemented into that hook. But now Avon Costello is now going to have to push through the pipe slider, pushes it up onto the tracks. Going to link on forward, but even then, is it going to be fast enough to get one of those top spots on the clear tabs?
We will see, because right now we have 3 clears, so he could make himself a spot in the top 4, but with another 6 ninjas going after him, you just don't know how it's going to play out. Right now, Avon is doing a really good job of holding on. Can he make this big transfer over? It's a big reach. Can he get up? Yes.
Yes, okay, he's gotten to the thicker cliff ledge. 25 seconds left to go. This is one of the easier parts now, but can still mess up. But here we go. We're going to be getting our 4th clear of the day for the mature kid male division, and we got it!
And I think he's the first person I saw land on that upper platform, so extra props for that. He looked like a monkey swinging on some of those bars early on. It was very well done, well executed. Wasn't the fastest run, but he still reached that buzzer, meaning that if anyone else wants to crack the top 4, that is their only option. Your only option is make it to the end. The question is, can anyone do it, and can anyone do it faster?
It's going to be a very, very difficult one. 4 clears we've already had, and we need a top 4 by the end of today. So even clearing the course might not be enough to qualify for the Premier Series Finals. Let's see if Rowan is able to pull on through, coming out of Brookfield, Connecticut. He's competed 34 times throughout the regular season, one of the highest up here for the totals that we've seen throughout the entirety of this division. Let's see how Rowan can fare.
Reaching the buzzer on the challenge course and not qualifying for the finals is something I have very rarely seen in my time watching the Premier Series. So this type of intensity is just awesome. It really puts the pressure on these athletes.
Here he goes, reaching out for that boot scoot and dismounts very, very well. Rowan now, he knows the task up ahead. He has to clear if he wants at least a shot of getting into the Premier Series. And even then, if he does it slower than 3 minutes and 28 seconds, he's not going to go through. So let's see how Rowan can fare.
Right now, he is onto the rodeo whip. He's grabbing onto that rope, getting both sides of it. Where is he going to go here? He's looking at the dismount. And he goes for the skip. His left foot touches down. He's going to need to use a retry.
Okay, first of 2 retries gonna have to be used here. Gonna lose him a bit of time, but let's see how we can fare.
Most people who don't get that skip on the first try will end up just going for the intended technique here, which is exactly what Rowan does. Now he's got to redirect his swing to get to that dismount, and he does that very well. Time for wham.
This is good so far. Here we go from Rowan. Figueroa. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. He reaches out to that cannonball and tries to push out that tab, which he's done correctly.
Big swing here. Goes to the dismount, and he is going to move on to Heath Ledger. We've seen our males have had a couple of... We've seen a couple of slips here, but for the most part, they've been able to handle these ledges. Let's see if Rowan can get this big transfer. Yes, he can. I thought he was going to be short there.
1:40. Here he pushes a 10 and he dismounts using that cliff. A lot of people have been going for the skip on that one, but not today for Rowan. Still got a bit more grip left to use in the tank on that cliffhanger, but now here he goes. 1 minute and 25 seconds as he pushes along through onto the talons. This is a difficult one. Let's see how he fares.
On left hand first. Out with the right. Now this one kind of spins around here. Let's see if he can use that to his advantage. Yes, he can. Now he just has to get onto that fidget spinner. This technique seems to be working here. You want that left hand right there. And then hook in with the right.
Come on. Okay. Rowan Figueroa comes along through. He's got 50 seconds. I don't know if a clear is going to be in question still, but it's definitely worth a shot to just go as fast as you can. Realigns himself, ready to go for this pipe slider, though. Needs to be careful to not drag it back out, which he has done, but he just needs to push it back up, which is very hard to do.
Oh, the clock is ticking down now. Rowan just running out of time. He's down to 30 seconds. You want to be going on to that Kaleidoscope of Doom with probably at least 40 seconds left to be comfortable. And right now, he is going to go for that dismount. He's got it.
He's got it, but this is going to be such a race against time. He's chalking up, and he enters the obstacle with only 14 seconds left. I don't know if it's going to happen, Sam. This is heartbreaking.
Yeah, he's put in such a great effort here, but the clock is not on his side right now. Let's see if he can at least reach across. Rowan. Oh, the clock runs out.
He still had more to give as well. You could see he was so close. He's still going to keep on going. And he had the ring as well. He would have cleared, mate. He was so close.
He would have cleared, but the time was his enemy right there. You have to be able to go faster than the top 4 clears right now. Unfortunately, Rowan just couldn't quite pull it off, but still an outstanding display of strength and athleticism. He still put on an amazing show. Now we have Mark Quest up next from Stamford, Connecticut. That means we are down to the final 5 ninjas right here. Let's see how Mark does. He is eyeing rounding first, and he's going to get his run started. We haven't seen anyone have any mistakes there.
Mark Cuesta, I believe he was the first person to take on the placement course, I believe, or one of the first few, so he's been out for a while, but here he goes on the course. Yet again, challenge course time for Mark. 3 minutes and 25 seconds as he pushes along through, gets back and forth, straight off, tries to make up time with every move he can.
His favorite color is pink, and I think you can see it on the shoes a little bit right now with those shoelaces. I like the style. Now Chicken Little. He's going to roll across. He grabs that ring. He needs a big jump here. Going to push himself. Got to get as much distance as you can. There you go.
I'm liking this so far out of Mark Cuesta. Just under 3 minutes as he pushes along through. He's using the only one hand on both of the rope sides. I like that control early on. He's grabbing a bit low, but he was able to salvage it. If you had a higher grip on that rope, it would have been easier to control. But he still got it. He's able to backswing accordingly and get over through. 2 minutes and a half left as he comes into Wham.
Time is key right now because we've seen 4 clears and a We almost saw a 5th. But either way, the clock is making all the difference right now. So getting this wham is a really big deal. To get it in one try like Mark just did, that can save you a lot of time. Now for the dismount. Mark has it. He is on to Heath Ledger. He's going to chalk back up.
No retries used as of yet either. He's in a very good position, as have the rest of the competitors been who've gotten to this point with this amount of time as well. Mark wants to try his best to get through every obstacle as fast as he can to try and get one of those top 4 placements. But with all of them being clears, it's a very intimidating prospect if you just want to get through to it.
No kidding. But right now, Mark is making a good case for himself. Down to 1:43, so he's going to want to pick up the pace a little bit. But if he can get through Christian Don't Bail nice and quick, he's going to be in the running.
I'm liking this at the moment.
Come on, Mark. He's eyeing it up. Left hook is in. He is off and going. This is a big moment for him right now. Can he get through it? You got to be accurate with your hands here. Oh, he misses.
Okay.
But the fidget comes
okay,
back.
nice recovery with the backhand type technique. Okay.
Yeah. Very
he should
good
have
recovery.
enough momentum possibly to get onto that final hook, which he does. Reaches out fully. Okay, and now he comes along through.
He's down to just a minute left, so this is a big race against the clock now. He's going to chalk back up, and he's got to get through this ice hopper as quickly as he can. He needs to move. Oh, he's got one side up, one side down. There we go. Good correction. He's down to 43 seconds left. That clock is ticking. Mark taking a lot of swings here.
Here he goes. 35 seconds now. Reaching and swinging back and forth as he goes up. Needs to slide it further. Mark Cuesta gonna try and dismount accordingly. 25 seconds. This is so tense.
He is running out of time here. 20 seconds left as he approaches the kaleidoscope of doom. You have to spend all that time rotating these ledges right here. You have to go really fast right now, Mark. Come on, 10 seconds. You gotta go.
Oh, this
Give
is
it
so
all you
close.
got.
Reaching out for that
Give it all
final
you got.
clip already, which he's got. Just link that backswing and link
Oh,
it. No! Oh, mate, it was so close, mate. Oh, man.
Mark Cuesta with an incredible run right there. He didn't use any retries at all throughout that run. He just didn't quite have the pace that he needed to reach that buzzer within time. I bet you that if he had more time on the clock, he would have been able to get to the end. But when that clock is ticking and you're hearing that buzzer going off, it really changes the technique that you want to use. So great run from Mark. Not quite enough to crack the top 4.
Okay, this is probably the most dire mature kids male situation I've seen all season. We've had 4 clears, all of them in the top 4, and we have 4 competitors left. We need, like, in order for all of the rest of the competitors to qualify for the Premier Series finals, they need to clear faster than 2 minutes and 27 seconds on the course. That is genuinely nearly an impossible task to do 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to see. Evan Gassman going to have to put on the gas for this run to try and get one of them qualifying spots.
Let's see. His hair blowing in the wind right now as he goes through these obstacles. Time for Venom. Pace and speed is really key right now. But obviously, you don't want to use so much speed that you sacrifice your focus on an obstacle like Chicken Little. But he hooks it, and he is on to the rodeo whip. Gets up to that rope nice and quick, too.
Very, very close to getting it through and immediately skips it there, and he's able to pass through the plane to get onto the next obstacle. Still on a very solid pace at the minute, as has been the case for the vast majority of the field, but it's so tight. Anyone can take it.
Let's see if he can get one good push there on Wham. No, he doesn't. He's going to have to take another attempt at this. There we go. Much better. You can see the chalk blowing off into the air right there as he gets that hit. And now, can he get this dismount nice and clean? Yes, he can.
Good stuff. Okay, 2 minutes and 17 seconds left to go. This is a very, very dire situation out here. With the current pace, he can get at least second if he doesn't stop at all and is on the same pace as Braden Powers, who's currently in first. This is such a tight competition, guys.
It sure is. Evan right now getting a big swing right there as he goes to the dismount. 2 minutes left on to our third to last obstacle. Christian, don't bail. He's got to use these talons, and he's got to make quick work of it.
A minute and 45 as he starts his turn on the talons now onto the turning hook. Makes his pirouette over to that one, but now he needs to make the difficult turnaround.
Nice left hand. Oh, no, he slips out, but he's able to use the lower hole right there on the fidget spinner. Very well executed. Good save from Evan Gassman.
Yes, okay. 1 minute 20. As he pushes along through, straight up to the pipe slider.
Oh, no!
Oh, no! Okay. Looks like the bar just got a bit uneven and slid off of the track.
Oh, but that doesn't count as a retry, it looks like. He's actually got to do it himself.
1 minute left to go.
Can he pop it up? Come on. Got to keep it even on both sides. That clock is really running out now.
He's got it, but time is ticking, as you say.
Come on.
Goes straight into the cradle, but it stopped his momentum just a bit. And he pushes along through.
There we go. Okay.
There. Lovely. 40 seconds left to go onto the kaleidoscope of doom. This is a very, very tough one to grasp.
It all comes down to this for Evan. He is waiting. He's down to 30 seconds now. He's going to have to get through this very quickly if he wants to crack the top 4. Come on, Evan.
Here he goes.
I don't think
20
he's gonna have the
seconds
time.
left. Oh, this is such a close one. I think he can still do it if he just moves onto that cliff.
Oh, no!
Careful, careful, careful. 10 seconds left. He needs to push for this. Evan Gassman.
Come on, Evan.
I don't know if he's going to get a top 4. He has it. Go, go.
Oh, no, the extra swing.
No! Right at the buzzer, you can see he shattered after that.
Evan had it. He just took a little bit too much time. That one extra backswing on the final obstacle might have cost him. He lost a little bit of time on Wham as well, but still, it was such a beautiful run. He had no retries. He had a big setback on the ice hopper, having to reposition the bar. But either way, that was an outstanding run. Great effort, just comes up short by a few seconds.
Here we go. Okay. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get through, but that means Braden Powers, who's currently in first place, has now got into the elite club of the Premier Series finalists. So now Shane Young is hopefully able to join him. He's going to have to beat Grayson Balzotti's time of 2 minutes and 47 seconds if he wants a chance at it.
Shane Young, a ton of talent, very skilled ninja right here. Right now, he is moving on to Twist and Shout. Looking good so far. And time for Venom. Shane, he knows what's at stake right here. If he wants to get into that top 4, he cannot slow down. And right now, he is moving his way over to Chicken Little. And he's going to hop right onto it, grab that ring. Can he get the catch?
Trying to space out his footing so the board stays still, and it does. 3 minutes. As he pushes on through. It's such a tight field here. You really can't call who's going to go through. The people who are in second, third, and fourth at the current moment could possibly just be overtaken in the next couple of minutes, even though they've put up record-breaking times. Anything can happen out here. Shane Young hoping to make it a reality for him so he can get through to the Premier Series finals, but it's a very, very tall order at the moment. Even though he was very, very fast on the placement course, it's still different to a challenge course where you've got the retries and it's a longer, pumpier endurance course.
No kidding. The amount of endurance you need for this is insane, which is why Braden Powers feeling good right now. He did secure his spot in the Premier Series finals. Shane Young, though, trying to crack that top 4. He's in 11th right now. That just shows you how incredible our males have been here, that this many of them have reached this point at least. It's insane.
Here he moves. Shane Young wants to push it through and get down onto that platform, which he does. He's got 1 minute and 50 seconds left as he moves along upward, ready for these talons. These have been a time killer, especially if you aren't able to get things around first try. Let's see if Shane Young can make up a bit of time amongst his competitors here.
The left hook is in. He's going to spin around, get that right hook. Now this is a big one right here. Very good execution. Can he get this swing down? You got to catch this one right here. Shane, yes, he does. And he is on to the ice hopper.
Brilliant stuff there. Okay, but this is so close. If he's able to get through this pipe slider first time around,
come on,
he might be okay to still be in contention. It's small hops, but they're efficient, and he links on through. Shane Young, currently on a good pace, 6th place at the minute. This is so tense.
This is a big deal right here. If he can get through the kaleidoscope of doom and reach that buzzer faster than Avon Costello did, he will move into the top 4. And right now, he's got the time. He just needs to get through this in one shot.
Here he goes, 45.
Nice.
Reaches onto that back cliff. H10 coming out of Wayne, New Jersey. He gets the ring.
Come on, Shane.
And immediately dismounts. Here he goes to the buzzer. He's in 3rd place on the bubble with a clear.
Shane Young pulls it off. We have seen so many ninjas in a row struggle with this time limit, but not Shane. He was able to get through every obstacle very cleanly. At no point did he look like he was going at Mach speed, but he still kept a very steady, comfortable pace, and that was enough for him to be in the top 3 with 2 males left to go.
Leo Bronov. This is such a tight match. We've just seen Shane Young clear, but he's in 3rd place, meaning if both Leo Bronov right now and Spencer Latenda are able to beat him, then he won't be going through. The only 2 confirmed placements right now are Braden Powers and Grayson Balzotti. So let's see how Leo Bronov is able to fare. Coming along in, he's got 3 minutes and a half as he pushes along through over to the 3rd obstacle right here. Here he moves.
Oh no, he needs a retry here on Twist and Shout, and good thing he didn't lose much time with that, because time is the essence right now. But Leo needs to really focus up and not make another mistake here. There we go, much better.
On that sideways, straight away onto those crooked trapezes. But even with that small drop, that's lost him about 10 seconds there. So let's see how we can fare moving on 2nd time around here on the rest of these courses. Let's see how he can fare. 3 minutes coming along into Chicken Little.
Nice little run up there. He's going to stop himself, grab the ring, now push off. There we go. All right, he is on to the rodeo whip. He could save a little bit of time here if he goes for the skip. Let's see if he wants that. Oh, he's looking at the hook.
Go. Leo gets it first time around. No problem. Does not want to use any more retries. He needs to make up some time in between and on the obstacles, quite frankly, if he wants to catch up to Shane Young, who's in 3rd.
Right now, Leo working his way through Wham. He's really going to want to get this push out in one shot. Oh, he smacks it really hard, but it doesn't move. Not the best angle there. He smacks it again. Oh, there's a tiny little bit sticking out. Is that enough?
It's close here. Here he goes. Leo Bronov getting the dismount. This is so tight. It's been this way for the past couple of runners now, but really anyone can take it. It can be decided on the final few obstacles. Just needs to get there first. Leo Bronov making the first cliff jump, and he's got it.
Oh, he's going to skip. He's going to go right to that ledge. Look at that skip. That was wonderful. Leo Bronov is now on to Christian Dombale. He's got to grab these talons and make his way through these last 3 obstacles if he wants to get into that top 4. Leo doesn't have much time to waste here.
Here we go.
Interesting. He's going to be... Oh, he drops a talon.
No! Oh, Leo Bronov, this is not a very good situation for him to be in. He's lost to both of his retries. It's a very, very big moment for him. Climbs up back to the top of that platform. Needs to reevaluate himself when he gets past these talons, because he can't really go reckless on them. He might want to go reckless on maybe a couple more moves after this obstacle, though, to make up time. It's going to be really hard.
The key is getting through this right here. Oh, he's kind of stuck with that right hand, but he finally gets it out. Oh, he misses again. He's spinning. Oh!
Up, and he's got it locked in, but a minute left. I'm trying to keep track of this time. It's so close. Here he moves. Leo Bronov.
He's got the hook and the fidget spinner. And he's got the
Yes,
final
got
hook.
it, but he just needs to get the dismount and move along right away. 45 seconds as he immediately goes onto the pipe slider. No more retries. He needs to push along through. Link on forward.
Go,
Great
go,
stuff from
go.
Leo dismounts immediately and he goes through. 35 seconds left. It looks like he might have hit his head on the platform, but he's still going to push through.
Wow, what a trooper. Still going. That did not look good. I hope he's feeling okay. But I don't think he's going to be able to crack the top 4 times here. Wow, he is giving it all he's got. This is an outstanding run. He does
He's got
get
the
buzzer.
clear. Leo Bronov, he's gotten the buzzer and he's very, very happy about it. Looks like he hit his head somewhere, but in 6th place, that buzzer isn't going to get him into the Premier Series final, sadly, but still a trooper-esque run, to say the least.
No kidding. He had a lot of setbacks time-wise on Wham, an early retry on Twist and Shout. Christian Don't Bail just kind of turned into a whole mess, but he still persevered where so many others couldn't. That was an incredible display of ninja athleticism out of Leo Bronov. But we are on to our final male mature kid division here. This is how it's going to come to a close. Can Spencer Latender crack the top 4? If he wants to do that, he's got to reach that buzzer, and he's got to do it pretty quick.
This is going to be a very, very tough one. Our final competitor for the mature kid male division out here, Spencer Latender. He's been training at Vitality since he was 6 years old. He has a mini rig down his hallway at home because he's homeschooled. He gets to practice ninja in between his classes. When he's not swinging or climbing, he loves designing and building web shooters and playing Minecraft. Although ninja is his favorite sport, he also likes to practice knife throwing and backflips. This kid knows no fear at all. Spencer, ready to go. He's known as the War Turtle, it looks like, on the back of his jersey. But here goes Spencer pushing through, wanting to get one of those top spots. It's currently Braden Powers, Grayson Balzotti, and Shane Young. It's going to be either Spencer or PJ at the end of this run going through to the finals.
PJ Tice here right now, definitely watching this run, wondering what's going to happen. But Spencer, he had the best placement course finish for this division. So the question is, can he do the best on the challenge course? Does the skill correlate? That's what we saw out of our female side of the house. But right now, Spencer. Oh no!
Whoa, okay, Spencer Latender. First retry going to be used. He hasn't lost too much time, but he wants to stay calm, not overthink it. Just needs to get the hook in there.
Come on. Big jump right
here.
here.
And he has got it second time around. Lovely stuff. But Spencer might want to pick up the pace if he wants to for sure get one of those top times to cement himself into the Premier Series finals.
Yeah, both ends of the rope. He's just going to do it the way it was meant to be done. He doesn't want to risk any more techniques that might end up losing him time. But right now, he's going to move on to Wham. This is going to be a crucial one for his time.
This is going to be a big moment here. Spencer Latender, 2 minutes and 28 seconds. He gets the proper shove on that little piston there. But now he pushes back, leans forward, and is able to get on through. He's got 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. Chalking up, ready to go. It's going to be a very, very tough one to try and get into the top 4. But Spencer is up for a challenge like this.
Oh, he's making very quick work of Heath Ledger right here. Oh, until he gets hung up on this little swing. There we go. He's got the right hand onto that ledge. Left hand is on. He's got to go for a quick dismount, and he needs to race through these final 3 obstacles. He needs to clear with about less than 25 seconds left, maybe around 24 seconds left is what his target should be here. Going on as he aims for that buzzer, hopefully. Spencer right now hooking these talons into the rings. Can he get the fidget spinner? Yes, he's looking smooth right now.
A minute and a half as he makes his way over to that final hook.
Come on.
He gets it, but he's currently in 12th place. So many people have made it to this point and haven't gotten into the Premier Series finals. Spencer Latender is the only person left to go. in this division. It's going to be a hard one to see if he's able to get through, but here we go.
Spencer has the Ice Hopper. Now it is time for the Kaleidoscope of Doom. This is it. If he gets through this in the next 30 to 34 seconds, he will crack the top 4. It's a big challenge ahead. This is not an easy obstacle. I don't think he can afford a retry with the clock ticking down as it is right now.
45 seconds. This is a do-or-die situation for Spencer Latender. He's got the cliff on his backhand there. Immediately goes on forward towards that ring. He just needs to get the Lachey over. He got it.
Go.
30 seconds left.
Go.
Spencer Latender has gotten into 4th place. He barely makes it.
5 seconds faster than 5th place. Spencer Latender brings this division to a close with an exceptional clear and did exactly what he needed to do to earn a spot in the Premier Series Finals for Season 4. That, I mean, if you scripted it, it couldn't have been better than that.
I am astounded at what we've just seen. 7 clears out of the entirety of our mature kid male division with Braden Powers, Grayson Balzotti, Shane Young, and just now Spencer Latendre even, getting through onto the Premier Series final stage. It was such a tight competition, only seconds between each of them. Well done to our female division as well for doing great. We had Taya, Evelyn, Emily, and Justine making it through. Oh, wow.
That was outrageous, insane, but so entertaining. To the 10 females and the 17 males in our mature kids division, no matter where you went out, that was amazing to watch, and I hope all of them are feeling proud of themselves. Even if you didn't get as far as you wanted to or go as fast as you wanted to, it's still... It tells a lot about yourself that you're willing to go out here and compete in a competition like this. It's tough, and I hope that everyone keeps their heads up and has a great showing in competitions to come. But thank you all so much for an incredible display of athleticism. That was just outstanding.
Oh my God. That was insane. We saw so much skill overall, and there's still a lot more to come throughout the entirety of this weekend. It's going to be going absolutely mental, considering the fact that so many of these ninjas still have more to do in their lives, and we're going to see the top 4 males and females at the Premier Series Finals. Sam, thank you so much for joining me. We have so much more still to come throughout the weekend. We have the preteens coming up soon, about half an hour, hopefully. And then on tomorrow's streams, we have got the amateurs, teens, and elites at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. respectively. Any closing thoughts there, mate?
Hey, I just think these mature kids did an incredible job, but with the preteens coming up, amateurs, teens, and elites still to go, the skill levels just keep on increasing, so make sure you stay tuned because you are going to be able to witness some incredible displays of athleticism. And I am very excited to see what the rest of this competition has to offer.
Oh, that was very, very solid. Thank you guys so much for watching that one. We will see you guys very soon with some preteen action here at Vitality. We'll see you in a bit.